Shooting a bend. Yep, no, I'm good. I was just sorting some stuff. Staring at some stuff and changing some settings. Good afternoon, everybody. I am the host of this show, Stream Tom. I'm the host of the Stream. Today, we're going to be doing some fun Dungeons and Dragons. A little slow today. Not feeling very good. Made some irresponsible decisions. Load this thing. I'm gonna need to make some adjustments to my schedule in the future. Ensure stuff like that happens, so we'll be good. But anyway, I'm just a little tired today and a little out of sorts. So we'll be doing some fun times, probably doing some raids, or if not, we'll just do some quests. I don't know, we'll do something. But it's gonna be a good day today. That's all I know. I just know today is gonna be a good day. Because it's Saturday. I had a bunch of things to get done today. I got none of those things done today. I woke up in the afternoon and I feel terrible. So, which went completely against my plan to have a early and good feeling Saturday. As it turns out that if you set a plan in motion and you say to yourself, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjust my schedule so that way I give myself more time to fit in things. It turns out that if you've had a few drinks, that your brain decides it's okay to completely get rid of all of those things that you set up ahead of time because, your brain doesn't want to do those things anymore. So, yeah, so we need to, I need to adjust that and readjust my schedule. Make sure that I'm able to appropriately stay on task and appropriately do things instead of, shirking my own ideas in favor of doing other things. Like my goal was basically to try to cool down around like 6:30 and yesterday, and then go to bed somewhere around 9 o'clock, 9:10. Feel pretty good. I didn't end up doing that. I stayed up very late and don't feel good. Then I barely slept. So now we're here. No, I didn't. I did not have time. I apologize. I did not have time. Before we get started here with the live stream, I'm going to get myself another glass of water and I'll be right back. Give me one moment, please. And I'm back. Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Anyways, we will be, like I said, just hanging out, having a few live streams. Yeah, good idea. I did get some water. I didn't drink any, though. No, I feel great. Tippy top. Like the top of the Empire State Building, or the Statue of Liberty, or other tall objects in America. Yeah. Yeah, I made a bit of a mistake. So, I'll make some adjustments. It is good to start the day with some water. Helps you clear your mind. It's good. Yeah, I'm happy I made a good decision. It was stuff. What build is this? Yeah, absolutely you can ask what build this is. This is a Bard build that I'm playing around with. I'm still missing a couple key stats for this character, but this is basically a Bard Favored Soul fighter build. The idea is to scale everything off of charisma and be a combination of a melee and a support character. Now my stats aren't anything substantial. I'm missing several items for my build that make it key. Actually, I'm only missing one item plus all of the filigrees I'd like to use, but that just takes some time to get to. So one of the things that we need to do is we need to get to the... I need to get an artifact out of Sharn. But the idea here is I get into groups and then I support them. I heal people, I buff people with every single buff that I can muster. Right now this character is working off of the War Chanter tree, and I have every single buff in War Chanter. On top of that, I also use the Fate Singer tree to enhance the stats of every single person in my party, getting a little bit of extra charisma, but again, mostly grabbing the stuff for Fate Singer, extra hit and damage, spell DCs, and the like. It's also important to note that this character is also twisting in the Consecration line for Consecration, Sacred Ground allowing me to heal people with Consecration, and Crusade increasing the damage of my allies. So right now my Bard increases people's damage by about 22 to 25% while I'm in the party, which is pretty good as long as I'm around. On top of that, I also gain a couple other cool and magical spells and abilities. One of which is I have the ability to increase the amount of damage that monsters take through something like Grim Fate. I also happen to use a legendary green steel weapon, and this legendary green steel weapon right here has legendary dust, which reduces the enemy's physical resistance rating, which allows my allies to deal even more damage to them. And it's pretty good. Plus I just have general regular buffs. Haste, Enrage, for those things in the wrong order, but there's that. No, it's okay, I'm good. So yeah, so that's kind of where we are. This character is a lot of fun to play, and I really enjoy it. I also happen to have, I'm lucky, I got myself a really cool sword, so that's pretty awesome. This sword is not necessary for this type of character. I literally just am using this sword because I think it's cool. This is Constellation the Cursed Blade. It comes from 2 to handle, and it's reasonably rare. I need to finish crafting on it, but I haven't done that yet because, I don't know. I guess I've just been lazy. I also don't know what happens if you attempt to craft onto a weapon that already has a sentient jewel in it. I'm not sure if that actually causes, any other type of problem. Question about what is the favorite soul level for? Well, there's a couple different reasons. It provides a lot of benefit in a few ways. Number one, favorite soul scales your spell points off of your charisma or your wisdom, but my charisma is higher in this case, giving me a bunch of spell points just for one level, which is pretty good. As you can see, my ability bonus is 814 here, whereas if I was a pure bard, it would be much lower. On top of that, this level of favorite soul also gives me access to some of the favorite soul spells, specifically Night Shield. Night Shield is an awesome spell because it protects me from magic missiles, and I can cast it pretty much all the time. Bards are not normally immune to magic missiles, and while you can use like clickies and wands for shield, it's very, very annoying, so I don't want to do that. And then finally, I use it for the War Soul tree. This allows me to get access to Divine Might. This gives me an insight bonus to attack, damage, and the DCs of tactical feats equal to 1/2 of my charisma. This is essential because my character is wholly charisma based. I'm missing an item here that would give me 22 points of charisma and bring me up to 76, but like I said, we're missing an item. Now this character with all of that extra charisma loaded in would give me, about 15 extra damage as well as the extra tactics DCs and other things, making my character a lot stronger. So having all those additional points gives me about an extra 17 to hit, bringing me up to about 170-ish, plus all the different buffs I can apply to myself. The Divine Might is pretty cool in that regard. It's a neat effect, and that's essentially why we're using it here. How does Holy Charisma compared to regular Charisma? That's a great question. Alright, see you later, Aaron. Have a good time. But yeah, so that's essentially the character here. I'm meant to go and support people, and it's pretty fun to play. I like it a lot. I don't get to play this character very often, because usually there's more of a need to have a more offensive role, or play a damage type character more often than not. So I barely get to play this character, but it's definitely something I've always enjoyed. When I really started to actually get into raiding for the first time ever in my experience playing Dungeons & Dragons Online, it was playing as a bard, This was during the level cap of 16 when people were running Shroud and other stuff, and I loved playing Bard, and it's really what solidified my love for this game. But as again, while Bard hasn't really changed in a negative way, it's just something that doesn't always crop up from time to time. Usually, it's the problem with playing like a niche role, and this is a problem that comes up all the time. I mentioned this before. Actually, I think I brought this up last night, which is that you need to have a well-oiled machine and a good group if you want to be able to clear out different types of content. And this causes two problems. Problem number one is you need to make sure, let's just say, for example, you'd like to do a hard raid. Well, you got to have somebody who's tanking. Potentially even two people who are tanking. They got lots of defense. They've got defense over offense, and they're focusing on a lot of their tank stats, controlling the fights, and what have you. This is an important part. So if you don't have somebody who can do that, then you're kind of running into a problem. But it has the opposite effect. What do you do if you have three people who want to perform this role? Well, you can't take all three people. So one of those people, even though they want to do this one thing, they can't. It's kind of just the nature of things, which you're going to find as you play any type of online game. Becoming good or having a desire to do one thing doesn't mean you can always do that. Like, I really enjoy usually playing like healers in MMOs, healers and support type characters, as well as tanks. But for some reason, both in Dungeons & Dragons Online and Lord of the Rings Online, and even when I play World of Warcraft, I always get relegated to playing DPS, which is a role that I don't really want to play, but it happens literally every single time. So, what are you going to do? Which isn't to say that it isn't fun. Of course it's fun. You get to, like, smash people and do some damage. But it's more so that it's, everybody enjoys different things. So it's kind of interesting. It's funny because there's like a million DPS players. Like, I think if you look at population statistics, let's take a look at that. Let's look at some population statistics. PlayerAudit.com. This is fun. Alright, so this is PlayerAudit.com, and on here you can see all sorts of things about the population. So who are these people? Who are people playing? Give us some information, some basic information. You can look at players and LFMs by day. All servers, they're up 13%. Players and LFMs by hour, up 4%. Look at that. Look at that growth rate. I will say, a 90-day rolling window with 13% growth is really, really positive for the game. It might not sound like a big number, but there already is a lot of people that are playing the game, so 13% growth is that's a substantial margin. Even if it's only 4% recently, as of course you'll notice that there's downtimes and or just times where there's less people playing. Like, we had a holiday this week, so there's a bunch of people who would be off doing things with their family and other things like that. Anyway, so let's take a look at population statistics. Hardcore? Hilarious. Anyway, so looking at some of the population statistics, you can actually see the class distribution of all of the different classes. So, I kind of wish this was actually organized more readily. But if you look at some of the more popular classes, some of the ones that stand out, let's just take a look. Oh man, that's on Wayfinder. Let's take a look at a popular server. So we're going to cut out a lot of this madness. But let's cut out Wayfinder, which is kind of like an outlier. And we'll get rid of some of the smaller servers, I think. Not smaller servers. We'll get rid of, like, Caneth. We'll get rid of... Where else? Not even smaller servers. I just want to cut it down. So we'll get rid of Kyber. We have a little... It's just easier to see some of these peaks and valleys. So as you can notice, some of the least played classes are some of the most supportive. You've got, like, Druid, Favored Soul. Again, both of these classes are very, very supportive, especially concerning, like, different levels and different level ranges, which is kind of interesting. And if you look at the classes that are kind of some of the most represented, you've got, like, Paladin being very, very popular, Rogue being very, very popular, surprisingly Wizard, and you got Orion here leading the charge. They just have all wizards. They have more wizards than any other server. In fact, some servers, the disparity is kind of crazy. Almost like a 2% difference between Orion and Sarlona. That's honestly just kind of surprising and shocking. Now, of course, you'll notice that there are some general trends. Obviously, some of the less played classes, Alchemist, Druid, Favored Soul, and Monk, well, of course, they're not free. However, Of the classes that are not free, that are still very popular, you have Warlock and Artificer. Warlock is one of the most popular classes because it's very, very easy to play, although you'll notice it's not as high as some of the other classes. And then, of course, Artificer is just incredibly useful and very, very solo friendly. So it's kind of interesting if you look at these statistics. I find Bard is also really weird. Let's take a look at Arganessen, which has a very few or lower concentration of bards. So if we look at like Arganessen, which is just the server that I play on, Paladin is the most popular class, followed by Rogue, followed by Wizard. I do wish you could like organize this. That would be kind of neat. But you've got kind of like a big distribution here. And then, you know, Rogue, Ranger, Fighter. Cleric is also surprisingly popular. I would be curious to know as to what the general level range of some of these different characters is for Cleric, because I'm generally surprised that that's as popular as it is. And then, of course, you have Alchemist, which is the least popular class among all of the class groups on every single server. I don't think there's a single server in which Alchemist is more popular. In fact, even on Wayfinder, it's less than 1% of the population, whereas no other class can even represent it, other than apparently Favored Soul on Wayfinder, because on Wayfinder, nobody plays Favored Souls and nobody plays Alchemists. What do people play on Wayfinder? No Alchemists, no Favored Souls, a lot of Rogues. You'll notice that they have the highest percentage of rogue player by Rogue. This is largely because there aren't as many players on Wayfinder, so if you want to get through quests that have different levels of traps, you're going to need to make sure you have a way to deal with that. It's kind of like playing on hardcore to a degree, which is also kind of interesting. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting, some of the breakdowns. I'm surprised by the Alchemist number. Maybe we need more Alchemists. I'm not sure. And I don't think there should be any statistics. Yeah, there's no statistics based on Hardcore League. Yeah, so that's always kind of neat. It's cool to look at like the numbers of the population distribution based on some of the different classes. But of course, as you can see, some of the more popular classes, Rogue, Paladin, Ranger, Fighter, these are classes that are all about like hitting the monsters, which is pretty neat. As we go down to some of the level distribution, I actually really like level distribution information a lot because I find it really funny and it shows a lot about like the actual game state and what people do. Because if you look at some of these peaks versus some of the values of what percentage of players, the fact that you have a lot of players at level 1 on something like Arganessen, this is an indication of where people are starting. A lot of people right now or you might be aware that Arganessen is currently like the new starter server. So that's where people are playing on, with, like, it's the recommended one to start playing. So the numbers for Arganessen are being boosted. If we go all the way to just the basic population statistics, Arganessen is currently the number 2 server, just under Thalanis, which I believe was the previous new player server. So servers that are underserved, something like Orion or Cannith. Cannith was actually the new player server for a while, and I don't think it's been Kyber or Galanda in that time, so I don't know what happened on Cannith. Everyone just stopped playing, I guess. But yeah, the level distribution, you get a lot of level 1s, and then you see the interesting peaks. There's a whole bunch of people, 7% is pretty much standard. There's very few players at 6, not as many at 5, but a lot at 7. This is for stuff like Feywild, Three Barrel Cove, things like that. A lot of people like doing some of these quests. And also, guess what? You can make characters at level 7. Did you know that? On top of that, level 15, same thing. You can make characters at level 15. So both of these peaks are essentially, you have level 1, made a character, veteran status 1, made a character, veteran status 2, made a character, and you have the iconic. And then, of course, you have the level 20 range where a lot of people stop playing. They don't really want to do epics, they just reincarnate. They haven't decided they want to reincarnate yet, so yeah, there's that. And then we have the level 30 level range, which is the highest population level range. A lot of people want to stop and play at 30. If it looks here, it's anywhere around like 16, probably a little bit less than 16, probably like 15% of the player base stops around level 30 and just stays here, which is kind of interesting. If you were kind of curious. And then as far as content level, who runs the most quests? People running level 21 quests. These are the people doing their epic dailies. Everybody in this entire level range is running these quests. People who are running these quests here, this is Sharn. You can see that. This is the Feywild bump, where people are running this quest range, because there's a lot of Feywild stuff. And then this is all of the endgame players, again, running those endgame quests. It's funny, and it's interesting, that you have on Wayfinder 6% of people are level 30, but 10% of people are playing level 32 quests, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, it's kind of neat. I do like looking at some of this stuff. Also, apparently you can look at it stacked. You can see the percentage of players of each class. And if you just add it all up, I do find it very interesting that, you know, Alchemist is so far down here. Same thing with Favored Soul, Monk, and Fighter. And then you got Rogue being a top class. The fact that Wizard is a top class is interesting. I feel like it's mostly because a lot of players just like to play Wizard. Like, they just think it's a cool idea more than anything else. Also, man, when you just, like, stack it up, all these numbers are so much cleaner. Look at that. Versus, like, separated. Oh, stacked. Beautiful numbers. But yeah, I don't know. I find it kind of neat to look at some of these numbers. I find them they're very interesting. Anyways, that's enough blabbing about me. Oh, there's a weekly summary and there's a quarterly summary. Yeah, you can even see that as per the quarter, you know, there's been a lower percentage of players in Arganessen, but then per the week, it's actually rising because of the number of people. And you can also see server, like, you can even see if, like, servers are shrinking. You have Caneth over here, and then if I swap it to the weekly summary, Caneth is getting less players. So it's kind of neat. Like, wait, they have more players. 249, or 259, and 250. Oh, man, Caneth is growing in player size, but then it's also just losing the pie because it's not growing as fast as the other servers. That's kind of interesting. And then, of course, if you want, you can look at, like, you know, individual characters. You can see, look at by, like, you know, race statistics, what kind of races people are playing. What's down here? Razorclaw Shifter. Poor Razorclaw Shifter. The least served race in the entire game. It's new. It's expensive. You can't buy it in the store yet, so that's the thing. Hey, Freak Show. I'm feeling just fine and dandy. Apparently most people are in a guild. You can even see the most popular content. I wonder what the most popular content is. Oh look, Hayden's Rest, The Collaborators, The Storehouse Secret, The Night Revels. Neat. And as you can tell, pretty much every single one of these quests is one of the new player quests. And then Arganessen is grown by 53%. Wow, in a 24-hour window. And then for a quarter, it's grown by 24%. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's any servers that are shrinking. I think Wayfinder is the only server that might be shrinking. Yeah, Wayfinder is shrinking. Other than that, it's fine. Oh, the Collaborator? Well, the reason why the Collaborator is possibly more popular is because this is based on number of instances created. You would conceivably repeat the Collaborator because it has a bunch of chests and treasure. That's what I do on Hardcore League. When Hardcore League comes out, I run the Collaborator like 2 or 3 times on normal and hard each to get a bunch of level 1 and 2 gear to fill up all your item slots. Same thing with Kobold's New Ringleader because it just kind of hits the mark. It's kind of neat to look at, but then you look at a server like Kyber, and you can see the distribution between the different races. There's actually way more people playing Razorclaw Shifter, which is very, very interesting. A lot less humans. I always find it funny that human is like the most popular race on all the servers. And then, when a server is not the new server, it's not a lot of low-level players that are creating different instances. Instead, it's like the Feywild. Make-Believe is apparently the most popular Feywild quest. That's kind of interesting. That is very, very neat. I know, and then of course, as I mentioned, you can look at LFM. So if you want to look at Argo and be like, oh man, I can log in or whatever. There's a lot of groups up. Holy guacamole! You'd be like, I'll go do End of the Road. And you can go do whatever it is you want to do. And then of course the heat map. Anyway, this is a neat tool. If you've never used PlayerAudit.com, it's a cool way to like get information about the game and stuff like that. So it's kind of neat. So I like looking at PlayerAudit.com. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of shifters here. If I just like pop open the Who panel and I sort it by, oh, I don't know if I can sort by. I don't think you can sort by race. Because you can, it tells you. I don't even know what the shifter icon looks like. There it is. That's a shifter right there. That's a shifter. That's another shifter. Another shifter. Yeah, there's some shifters in there. But it's so many humans. Look at all the humans, man. So many humans. Are there a ton of shifters on Caneth? Find out. Kane. Race. Razor Claw Shifter, 0.7%. Regular Shifter, 1.7% on Kane. Same on Arganessen. Galanda, it's 1.8%. Kyber, it's 2%. On Orion, it's 1.4. Orion has less shifters. So does Sarlona. Sarlona really hates shifters. And Thalanis has even less shifters. So it's like middle of the pack in terms of who has shifters. Would you buy Shifter or Azamar Scourge first? I mean, they're very different things. Shifter is a cool race that has a lot of different options to make that you can talk about. Azamar Scourge is an iconic. So if you like the idea of starting at level 15 and also you want some of the cool past lives, or you want to play a dual wield mace guy, I highly recommend Azamar Scourge, as I've played many and I like them all. Shifter, I still haven't played yet, although I'd like to do a Shifter life at some point soon to show off the character race. So that's kind of cool. Kyber's packed, yeah. A lot of shifters out there. Oh, I gotta do my daily dice roll. I almost forgot. Silver roll. And gold roll. Hey, I got scrolls of deadly weapons. Now I can give out deadly weapons if I wanted to. That is very, very, very funny. Right. Load this up here. Get my bank going. Oh, that bank takes a long time. I got a guild renown elixir though. That's kind of cool. Basically, I just want to get rid of a couple items. I'm going to go sell, but I want to get rid of some of these things that I want to put back in the bank. I made some adjustments to this character's item set, so I want to make sure I preserve these items for the future in case I decide I'm going to use them. But at the same time, I don't want to, accidentally roll over them, delete them or sell them to a vendor, and then all of a sudden, oops, I did want that item, but I guess I didn't want it that much. Regular shifter. Like I said, if you like playing as iconics, I think that the Azamar Scourge is a very cool iconic, but if you don't want to play as an iconic, I would recommend getting Shifter. However, I don't think Shifter's in the store. I could be wrong, but I don't think that Shifter is available in the DDO store yet. I might be wrong. I know it's available to VIPs, so maybe it is. I know something is. I remember some details of things not being available in the DDO store. Where's my helmets? This is a helmet, and my helmet. I can do this. I have my bard buffs on myself. I cast Greater Hero, so now I can sell things for a great price. Alchemical Intimidation. Plus 20 alchemical bonus to intimidate for 5 minutes. Dang, that's a cool item. How long until unsold items disappear in your mailbox? I'm not sure. It's a great question. Now, I need to work on getting maybe this character some more item inventory space because it is tough. Make sure I'm managing all of my inventory space. That, or maybe just might need to put some stuff away that I haven't put away in a while. Mysterious Augment Boost? In you go. I don't need a lid on that. Yeah, where are my bags? Why is my augment bag not holding all of these things? Maybe I don't have an augment bag. Is that true? No, I have an augment bag. It's colossal. Cool. I just didn't have some augments in there. Cool. One thing I like to do is put my augment bags and stuff on the side. That way if I ever need to check them and see what's inside, I can do that easily and pick up all of the items all at the same time. Also, I find one of the things you get a lot from the rolls are these gold seal elixirs of improved healing. Definitely don't need this. You get a lot of them. They're not too bad. People do buy some of the items from the store for healing, especially in different dungeons or content, but I don't know. I don't really do that. What's this? Mysterious Remnant boost 30%. Whenever you get a remnant, the amount is increased by 30% plus another 1 guaranteed remnant. Bonus type special. Huh. I actually don't know how I got this. I'm not sure. Didn't I just use the Mysterious Remnant boost? Yeah, I did. Increases by 25% plus one other one guaranteed. Go. You need some REM pots? Yeah, I haven't done any. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. Is this guy named Piece of Shift? That's delightful. Also, this character is a monk, and they're about to find out that monks are not very good with shifters. Monks have crazy problems with shifters. Because you can't shift and be a monk at the same time. Why did I come here? Oh yes, I wanted to put my bag here. Oh, and thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate that. You should shift to another class. Possibly. Yep, that's always one of the difficult scenarios, is getting a cool cosmetic armor set and then deciding to play Druid. You gotta hate it when that happens. That one's always the worst. You can with Ring of Rage, yeah. Who's be a caster druid? That's true. But it's okay, the robe will still be good later in the future. You'll be able to use it for other things. There's a lot of cool stuff in the Remnant Vendor. I do kind of wish there was a way to sort it. To make it easier, but that's just kind of the way it is. Just kind of the way it is. Yeah, you got all these things you can buy. There's the war paints. Don't forget you can pick up the war paints for your animal if you want, because you're playing as a druid. I don't know if I have the Angry Eye Pets. Maybe I don't have the Eye Pets. I should probably have these. Let's see here. No, it doesn't look like I do. I have all the crayfish. No, I don't have the Angry Eye or the Zorian Eye. I gotta buy the Zorian Eye now. And the Angry Eye. There we go. You've been streaming for a while? I haven't been streaming for a while. I mean, I have been... like, over time? Yes. Today? Wait, I do already own it? Uh-oh. That's not good. I thought I didn't. Oh, I already have both. I just didn't see them. This is not good. Well, that was a mistake. Whoops. It's okay. It's only remnants. It's funny because these things have, like, it says their value is 1,000,000 plat. That'd be sick. Exactly. I can see it from far away. That's the trick. Oh well. That was a mistake. What does it even look like? I'm not even sure. I don't know if I've ever summoned these before. There's the Zorian Eye. What does it do? I can make it do a loop-de-loop. Ugh, that's unpleasant. Viral. And I can make it go to sleep. Oh, it just kind of hangs like dormantly. That's kind of weird. And I'm assuming, yeah, the Angry Eye has the same thing. It's just red. Whoa! It's got like a fire effect to it. That's kind of cool. What happens if I make it do the loop-de-loop? Yeah, the fire stays pretty close to it. That's kind of cool. Oh well. The sloshing about. I wouldn't call it the best sound effects, but yeah. I don't know what to do with these eyes. I'm not too worried about the remnants, because I have... Oh no, I actually took a chunk out of the pile. There's lots. It's not a big deal. But it's one of those things where, oops. Your very own Angry Eye. Yeah, I didn't see them. I think it's because this menu throws me off. I don't like the fact that instead of it going in an order, I think it goes in like a random order, possibly. I'm not exactly sure what the order is. So it's hard to tell. So you say that it's the cube that has the best sound effect, right? I don't even hear the cube. Do you know what has the best sound effect for sure? Pet rock. Pet rock has the best sound effect. It's so loud when you drag it anywhere. Also, you got your tricks. You can get it to sit. There he is sitting. You can get it to stay. These are the best tricks, guys. You got to get a pet rock. Play dead. Flip. It actually does flip. And dance. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, how can I do all of that? If you look very carefully at the shadow of the pet rock, you'll notice it's actually a frog. I don't know if there are pet frogs in this game, but it's just a frog with that looks like a rock, which is kind of neat. And sometimes you can see the little legs actually pop out as this thing dashes around. Yeah, it's pretty neat. I also have a toucan. I don't remember how to get the toucan. I think you buy it from the remnant guy. Do you buy it from the remnant guy? I'm not sure how you get the toucan. Yeah, I've never been too concerned about the pets. I find most of them very annoying. Because they just like get in the way. But then some of them are kind of cool. The tainted water elemental is pretty neat. This is kind of red. Got like a different, like bloody effect going on there. That one's definitely kind of cool. Of course, you got to go with all the crayfish, like the galaxy crayfish. Big fan of galaxy crayfish, and also all the tricks. These buggers are expensive. They're adorable. Ah, thank you for the hydration. Yeah, you got to get all the crayfish, especially when they dance. The dancing crayfish are the best. Like, look at that dance. He's doing the worm. Striker Bill is showing wildcard for the armor. Oh, yeah, that's a typo. It's not. It shouldn't be the Falcon, or it shouldn't be the wildcard. It should be the light armor equivalent. I think I made that mistake and I haven't fixed it. Let me just fix it right now here on stream. Video part of the family set. Legendary part of the family. It is the turncoat. Let me just edit that right here. Fist Falconer. This says wildcard. This should be the turncoat. Of course. And this comes from a Sharn welcome. Let's just update that. A Sharn welcome. There we go. Nice and fixed. Yeah, sometimes I think I copied that armor set over. Look at him, look how happy he is with his dance. I do like this character and his dancing. Second here. I just need to make an adjustment. I need to adjust a thing. Hello. I just need to make a quick adjustment to something, so we're all set. But yeah, so we're going to be doing some raids today. I don't know what kind, I don't know where, but we'll get them done. It's going to be a good time. And I'm just going to be chilling, for the most part. I'm not trying to do anything particular. For how your DPS was in high heroics, currently 17. 30 damage a hit? No, I don't really remember. I couldn't tell you. I really like that build. It's important to note that that character is designed heavily around making monsters helpless, and as a monk you should always be able to do that, especially as a pure monk. Between your Stunning Fist, Ukendo, Tomb of Jade, monsters should pretty much always be helpless, and you should be doing additional damage to them. Even in situations where you have to manage things like constructs, you should be able to get it done. Just one cleric and one wizard. It's so fun. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm not sure what the dealio is on the wizard level, though. Why did you take a level of wizard? Was it for a free meta magic feat? Is there a way to check if you're ransacked? That makes sense. Yeah, I'm just not sure. I'd like to bring my rogue, but I know we did a whole bunch of them, and I couldn't tell you how many. Flash ransack? No, that's not a code. That doesn't. Flash ransack doesn't. It doesn't. That's for quest ransack, not for item ransack. Okay, cool. No problem. That's a cool feature. Excited to reroll Sork Fate Arc Eldritch Knight? Nice. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Hey, what's up, Agu? How you doing? Yeah. No command for chest ransack, unfortunately. There's no way to tell. And then also, the chest ransack has like a cooldown where it automatically tears down. There's no way for that to work as well, so you just kind of got to deal. That's okay. Let's play some DDO. Nice! DDO is a fun game. I do enjoy me some DDO. Anyway, so we've got this character going. It should be pretty fun. One thing I don't know how to move. Do you guys know how to move your like chat bars? I don't know how to make them. My default chat bar now opens up on the combat log, and I don't know how to stop it. Like I drag to move them, but they don't actually move. Right-click the tab. No, I can't drag it with that. Drag in. You can make windows, undock windows, and change the type of chat. Yeah. Okay, so if I drag it out, so I drag out the combat log now, and I have to drag it back in. Oh man, that was a really nice message that didn't go the right place. Let me just change this. Hold on, I have to replay that message. Give me a moment, please. I didn't set up my stream properly today. I apologize. This is going to take me an extra moment, but I will have that ready. And we're gonna look at that very nice message that was just written. I just am not ready as of right now. Here we go.
Quest completed.
Making weird builds every life thanks to Strim for almost a year, watching the stream for 1/3 of that tongue.
Aw, thank you for the resub, Storm Blossom. I hope you're doing well. You know, and also you're enjoying the stream and some of the builds are cool. I'm glad it's been working out for you. So yeah, I'm happy to have you here. Welcome back to the stream team. Fear the technical difficulties, that's it. Also, hey, Big Orion Master. Yeah, I just dragged it back into the thing. Hasn't hijacked your sound? Oh, no. No hijacking of sound. That's the important thing. Recovering from yesterday? A little bit, yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah, my goal was getting up early today so I could get a lot of things done. What I ended up doing was none of those things. I literally did none of those things. I woke up in the afternoon. Pretty late into the afternoon. So, that's where we are right now. I need to make I'm going to be making some future adjustments to make sure that does not happen again. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to get up. You got to get up on Saturday and it's just difficult. What about that White Wolf Druid build? Would it be okay to go into Epic if you stayed at a Reaper's? I mean, the issue that the build had was mostly just that it just took forever to do stuff. Like, it just felt it felt like an inefficient way of playing you know, trying to have a successful character. You know what I mean? I'm on cooldown for this one, but that's okay, because I can use a cooldown timer to get through it. That's why I'm worried about Ransack. I've done this raid a lot. I need 2 items for this character build out of this raid, but I haven't gotten them, so that's going to take a while. Talking about Caster Druid? Yeah, I'm talking about Caster Druid. My weapons are... Oh, my stuff is breaking. I gotta repair. Yeah, Caster Druid is just kind of slow and inefficient compared to something else. It just kind of feels bad. Yeah, look at all those vision runes. Oop. If I go to type in vision here, I'm at 1889 vision runes. Soon I'll be able to buy 2 items from the raid, which will be sweet, because I need 2 of them. I haven't bought one of the items that I need, even though it will heavily impact my build, and one of the reasons is because I need both the Heart of Sulamade's artifact and also the bracers, the Devil Scale bracers from this raid. The absolute millisecond that I buy one of those 2 things, for example, if I buy the Devil Scale bracers, I will then immediately pull the Devil Scale bracers from the raid. However, if I buy neither, then fate can't get at me, and I am pretty much immune to fate at that point, which is the goal. Yeah, for me it was mostly that I just didn't enjoy it, so I didn't really experiment with it. I'm sure you can do well. What on earth is this weapon? Damn, dude. That's a cool sword. That is a very cool weapon. As I've said, Feywild looks great, and there's a lot of good items in here. Until I can... No, that's what I said, Stormblossom. I am buying neither, which then allows me to pull neither of the items that I need. That is essentially how this character is meant to perform and function. Hello, Cerebria. I'm doing pretty well. I hope you are doing well also. Today is an interesting day. So we'll be doing some raids. I'll be flopping around to a couple different characters for a couple different reasons. Because, I don't know, it's just fun to try and play some different stuff every once in a while. A bit hungover. You know, we're managing. That's all. We're managing. Bit of a lower energy level. I've mentioned this before, but sometimes it's important when, you know, to evaluate your situation and how you feel about things before you decide to act or do anything. Today I woke up not feeling the best. I had a lot of really weird, very, very vivid dreams. I'm very prone to nightmares. So I had a lot of like very negative, very vivid dreams. And I just kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed this afternoon. I'd say this morning, but that's just not true. And yeah, it's been a interesting ride today. I'm not in the right headspace. My brain doesn't feel very good, and so I'm just not feeling tippy top. So as a result, you know, I'm just trying to get through the day, get to the end of it, and then start back tomorrow with some new, fresh ideas. Did I have bad dreams about Reapers? Absolutely. Every Reaper was a Doom Reaper. You couldn't get past them. Still waiting for your coffee to activate? Yeah. I feel you on that one. I don't, didn't have any... I did actually have some coffee today. It might not sound like it. Doom isn't nearly as bad as some of the others. It is if you can't deal with it right away. Thanks, Cerebria. It is important to note that it is not... I'll say this. I have not had anything bad happen. Nothing bad has happened. It's just, you know that time where you're like, you're just feeling negative during the day, where like you feel like, or like when you have a thought or you think about something and your brain jumps to like worst case scenario sort of things. That's just kind of how I'm feeling today. You know what I mean? It's just, my brain is just jumping to worst case scenario. Very, very hyperbolic thinking of the old dome, which is not good. That's why I'm just trying to, when I have situations like that, you know, it's happened like that for a while. You might not have those things where your brain gets very hyperbolic and jumps to bad scenarios. But that's something that some people can be very prone to. And so the general idea is just relax, try not to do anything, and then have a snack, get some blood sugar, take a nap. Yeah, exactly. Spiraling thoughts is something that a lot of people do struggle with, so I'm trying to avoid that today by just spending the time with you wonderful people and relaxing. It can be weird sometimes when, you know, you can literally point to a scenario and say to yourself, things are good, and I am happy, and everything is going right. And then you're also like, everything is bad and everything is wrong, which is very contrary to what is supposed to be happening into your brain. Good name for a band, Spiraling Thoughts. That would, I feel like that would be a better name for an album. I feel like that's the album, not so much the band. Because the band could be something, but then Spiraling Thoughts turns into the album, and it's you know, it's, and you can even imagine like the cover. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. The most important thing is you got to start with the name. You write down anything, you don't know what it is yet, you start with the name. You want to write a movie, don't start writing a movie script. Don't start with characters, locations, people, all these other things. Start with the name. Because once you write the name down, the rest of it just kind of comes together. Right? Like if we made a movie and the title of the movie was Spiraling Thoughts, that's it. And you just go from there. You run with, you know what the movie's about. I don't need to tell you. You already know. You just close your eyes and you just visualize it. And the movie just starts to conjure itself in your mind. Also, what the heck is up with Rackham's Trial? Rackham's Trial is a very interesting quest. It has a couple demanding things. It has a couple puzzles, it has some traps, it has some hallways full of explosive barrels that really don't mess around. And then it has a ladder climb that some people don't particularly like. It's very, very video gamey. I enjoy it a lot. They're all brains to the people. There you go. Like the inside of the Millennium Puzzle. I feel like if I was a band, I wouldn't want it to be as like, you know, it like to follow through as much as that. I'd rather it be like, you know, the album name is Spiraling Thoughts, but the band isn't like something brain related. I'd rather it be like the band is, you know. Wait, I'm sorry. I was in the middle of the conversation. Apparently someone's not in the raid. But anyway. Oh, which puzzle? Are you talking about the lever puzzle? Yeah, I can see that. The lever puzzle is something that I got right away and I had no issues with. But I can definitely pick up what you're putting down when it comes to the challenge. Now, we did some of this. We've done this raid before. I mentioned Sulamade's here. You gotta be really careful, especially people who use defensive stances. I guarantee you at least one of these fighters or paladin is using their Sacred Defender tree / Stalwart Defender tree, and that tree is going to get me murdered. I'm a rogue, and I can't handle getting stabbed by the main boss. That's why you gotta be careful about that one. But yeah, I feel like if I had a band, you know, I just have a regular band, you know, call it like, you know, the Oceaneers or something like that, and then you would have one of your albums be like Spiraling Thoughts. I wouldn't have it like some mental-based band, like Lucid Dreams is the name of the band, and then Spiraling Thoughts is the name of the album. Or like you have one album that's called Spiraling Thoughts, and one album is called Lucid Dreams, and one album that's called, you know, Disconnection or something like that. It sounds kind of cool, but I'd probably just have it being like one individual album. Because much like Spiraling Thoughts, for some people it can represent a single moment in someone's life, as opposed to something that is overarching or related to a bunch of other things. Depends on who you are, of course. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was talking about. Hope on a stick. Assassinate. Did I not assassinate that guy? I did. He just made a save. There's lag. Lag. But yeah, I feel you on that puzzle. It is a difficult puzzle. I've never been a huge fan of I've never been a huge fan of getting stuck, especially on something that feels like it should be that easy, or like it feels like it should be easier. The thing is, especially with it, the moment you figure it out, it very much is like an aha moment where you're like, but it's either like, aha, I solved the problem. I figured out what I'm supposed to do, or it's a, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. Yeah. Nice haircut. Thank you. I didn't cut it. Funnily enough, people thought I was going to yesterday. I don't know if I still have the scissors. Yeah, I do. These are the scissors. If you check the end of the live stream, there's me with the scissors. I come in off camera, and I did it where it's just like, where you just see the scissors come in, and it's like, oh, like so. And it was supposed to be like that. But, and then instead of cutting my hair, I cut the live stream. I thought it was pretty obvious because I was very obviously leaning over so I could use my other hand to cut it, but yeah. Oh, that's weird. I'm sorry to hear that. I haven't had that issue on the ladders. How much HP do you need? It's all about health and physical resistance rating. My character's missing quite a lot of physical resistance rating because I don't have the set item from here. But for the most part, the boss hits for about, I don't know, 3,500 damage right now on hard difficulty, which is not very much. Right now I reduced the damage that I take by 62%, so I would only be taking about 1,500 damage, maybe 1,400, and so I could survive a hit for sure, although I don't know why my health is so low right now. Usually it's a little bit higher than this, but what are you going to do? I guess it's because we're not in Reaper mode, and my health is not that high. But I can survive a hit from the boss. The problem is he has like multiple hits and things, and it gets him tough. The bats are actually immune to the disco balls, which is kind of weird. They just have a flat-out immunity. But yeah. I'm glad that the troll was good. I thought it was kind of funny. I realized that last night I needed very much to be off camera, so I was like, I need a way to end it, so I wanted it to be kind of funny. So I thought it'd be a funny way to end it. Because I got to the point where I couldn't figure out if Rom the Vacuous Spider was a hard boss or not. And I still don't know if Rom the Vacuous Spider is a hard boss or not. All I know is I couldn't even come close to beating it, so I had to chill. The bats are immune because they're blind? Possibly. So yeah, so that's something, you know, that happens to some people every once in a while. It happens to me, so that's the way I'm feeling today. You know. There's very much a part of my brain right now that the reason why I turned on the live stream is I was like, well, I have to live stream. Like, you know those days where you come into work and you're just like, I am going to get to the end of the day and then I'm going to go home? That's kind of how my brain is at right now. It's like, I'm showing up to work today. I will leave. Admittedly, when I do that, I'm probably going to go eat some healthy food and then go to sleep. After cooking, which I don't want to do. Yeah, that's how it is. Bats use echolocation. No. These are just shining lights. No, you guys are great. You guys are awesome. Like, the coolest part about live streaming and stuff is that I get to interact with so many cool people all the time. You guys are awesome. I'm a very, very lucky and very fortunate person to be in the position that I am currently in. Uh-oh. I also used, I'm standing back, if you can't tell, so I don't want to get hit when this thing turns around. I'm also using the Darkened Human. I still have 8 seconds left of it to give myself some extra space in here. And then he's dead. Boss is down. We killed this boss very, very quick. However, the end of raid lag means we're going to get fully wiped by these Orthons because we can't do anything, and they do a lot of physical damage. That's okay. Okay, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to get rid of my curse so I can be healed. We are all set. Here we go. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Fist, raise your fist to the sky. I didn't die in this raid. How cool is that? I lived. Yeah, this I need to double check. I don't know if I'm ransacked on this treasure chest. I might be, I'm not entirely sure. But I do know that I need 2 items from it. Hopefully one of them will show up. Get more Ravenloft Shrine stuff you use level. Sound the plan, or do you have other advice? No, not really. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Reincarnating, but then also running through Ravenloft an extra time. I mean, you have a couple options. You can farm it to get the gear, or the way that I generally do it is I kind of just do it as I go along, and then if I do endgame, I kind of hold on to the gear. I pulled the Levick bracers. Oh! Somebody picked up a +7 con tome. That's cool. Oh, there's a lamplighter in here? A morning star. Ooh, I kind of want the lamplighter if nobody wants it. Did anybody need a Levix bracers? That is a Levix bracers. If you would like to get the Lamplighter as a skin, it is very easy to get. You can get a copy of it if you make a brand new character, and then when you step off of the ship like a veteran character and you talk to the half-orc who gives you a weapon, if you select the Morning Star, it's the same item model. Wait, are those bracers the bracers you need? No. I have pulled those bracers 4 times. I need the Devil Scale bracers. It's a different set of bracers. I've mentioned this before. I will likely never ever get the items that I need from the raid. However, if I decide to purchase the items ahead of time, if I talk to this woman and spend my runes, okay? Which I can do right now, and I go down here, and I find the items that I want the Devil Scale bracers. If I buy this, or the Heart of Suleimades, 1,000,000,000%, I will loot the chest, and I will instantaneously pull the item I bought. Instantly. Which is why I'm just holding, and I'm buying neither, and I'm waiting. I don't need to tempt fate. I will wait. But yeah, the Devil Scale bracers gives me a +14 to my Assassinate, as well as Deception. And the Heart of Suleimades gives me Quality Constitution 5, 18 to all of my saving throws, and immunity to curses. As well, for having both of these, I get Artifact, Sneak Attack damage, and Physical and Magical Resistance rating, both stats that I need. The ultra rare double drop? Absolutely. Here we go. Oh. How long until you have enough for both runes? I don't know. I'm at 1800. You get 87 runes per run on hard. So I'm actually probably around 1900. So I would say probably like 6 more runs, 6 or 7 more runs, I think. Probably look at the loot that came out because your assassin needs that set. It's pretty good. Patience to figure out that puzzle. Oh, I can tell you how to solve the puzzle if you like. Enough currency to buy the item, then the contemporary would drop next raid lock. Yep. Essentially, if you have the I can draw it if you like. Get a picture from the wiki? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Like I said, the first time I tried to do that puzzle, I definitely got stuck. And I was like, oh man, this is a very difficult and tough challenge. And it stumped me for a while. But I overcame it. No raid timer on this one? No, there is a raid timer. I used a bypass timer, which allowed me to enter the raid again. Raid bypass timers can be bought in the store. I'm gonna go disable all of the traps so we can do this. Yes, it looks like it. Playing dual wield fighter. You don't see me, Orthon. 2-weapon fighter to be exact. 2-weapon fighter is very, very strong. It works well as Azamar, possibly as some other races as well. 2-weapon fighting is a very, very competent playstyle. You get a lot of damage out of it. So many people get hung up on like, am I doing the absolute 1000% maximum 99.9% percentile damage to be able to be the best in the around? It's important sometimes. But if you're in like the top 98, it's good enough. Chill here. Weapon fighter, dwarf wielding, dwarf more axes, not the strongest, but it's fun. Absolutely. And even in some cases, it'll definitely be really strong. You don't get the strike through, but dual wielding axes is very good. What a lot of builds do, for example, what our fighter is doing, he is dual wielding a battle axe in the main hand and a longsword in the offhand. The battle axe in the main hand lets him get access to Headsman's Chop from Legendary Dreadnought, increasing the critical multiplier of both his axe and also the longsword in his offhand. It's a very, very powerful combination. Go. Just sneaking about. So I'm just going around assassinating stuff. Again, this is one of the reasons why I enjoy playing this character, is it's a little bit more than just hit the boss and then wait. What the fuck did I do? I kicked something under the table. That's fine. But yeah, I just, I like having the opportunity to do a lot of different things in combat. So, I'll be very careful here. Yeah, I like to do a lot of different things. I've never been a big fan of just stand there and hit the boss or just do one thing. One of the reasons why Assassin really appeals to me. Depending on the scenario, depending on what monsters spawn, you can just take a slightly different route to get to the same place. You know what I mean? I like that a lot. I like to do that in pretty much every different game that I play. Having the characters that are more versatile as opposed to the absolute strongest thing. I mean, I definitely like min-maxing once I get to that point. You know, I like to make sure my damage is as high as possible and my DCs are as high as possible and what have you, making the appropriate sacrifices. But flexibility is fun. One of the reasons why I enjoy the class Captain in the Lord of the Rings Online, you got flexibility. Need to backup heal? You can do some backup healing. Need to stun a monster? You can stun a guy. Need to resurrect somebody? You can resurrect a guy. It's kind of cool that you've got all these different tools in your toolkit. Took does a lot of damage. Nice. Thank you. I also would agree. Yeah, I'd get a little bit more damage once I have my delightful Devil Scale Bracers. And we will have them. Oh, we will. Just not yet. But we will. Just later. Soon. If it looks like I'm not doing anything, it's because I'm literally not. I have hand off the keyboard right now. And is spacing out. You know, how you're supposed to do during a raid. I might be top kills. Oh, I'm not. It's Layla, because he's blowing up bats. Rats, man. I'm waiting for some of the more scary ads to come in. When his hands off. Ah, the old foot pedal. Yeah, it's a good idea. I have like a DDR pad. I've been tempted to use the DDR pad as like for different extra keybinds while playing games. They'd be like, I need a cooldown. Slam. Did it just map as arrow keys? Yeah, but then you can use programs to remap that stuff. Like you can use third-party programs to remap. Like with anything else, it's just like a peripheral. Sort of like how I can attach my Nintendo Switch Pro controller to my PC, and I can just remap all the buttons to whatever I want, to whatever fits at any given moment. I'm assuming you can do that. What character is that? Oh, it doesn't say. It says support bard at the top. Silly me. This isn't a support bard at all. Yeah. I'm certain that there's like a third-party program. If people can make it so they can like play video games with the DDR pad, I'm sure there's like a third-party program that would make the process not too bad. I haven't tried to do it though. He lightning bolted me. What a jerk. I'm stealth. Yeah, after the raid, I will fix up my banner at the top so it has the correct information. You'll notice I'm standing very far away. Again, I've got a defensive cooldown that's going to prevent me from taking a lot of damage. Oh, no, never mind. I don't have a defensive cooldown that's going to prevent me from taking a lot of damage. I'm just going to die. How cool is that? Well, this gives me a perfect opportunity to update my screen at the top. This is Assassin. Oh, that's cap block. Assassin. Play Dark Souls with the drum kit from Rock Band. Yeah, isn't that cool? I like how Sulamades actually has like 1 health left. There you go, he's dead. And this Orthon also has like 1 health left. Just almost gone. High disguise skill check. I don't know if I can get this character to disguise themselves as a purple dragon knight. My wood elf to a purple dragon knight, I think it's the width of the face is a little bit, you know, they don't have that. Not as blocky. Elves just happen to be a little bit less blocky than purple dragon knights. Purple dragon knights are several, like, you know, squares that are all kind of strapped together. Just a little bit different. 8 minutes and 17-second raid. Oh, baby. Right, now I'm going to click this. I did not ransack on this raid. Interesting. Ha. More runes, 84. Well, somebody else did it before I did. I'm not responsible. Also, you know what'd be funny? Oh, we didn't pull anything? Oh, the gloves of Glacier. It'd be funny if somebody, like, raised themselves at the res shrine and then walked over the spikes and died to get back to it. Gloves of the Glacier. Ice lore, quality glaciation, and they got the avalanche. Artifact, cold, sonic, and electric. Cold, sonic, electric. These are actually pretty good. Ooh. I could use them. I have been past the Devil Scale Bracers. You know what it's time for, guys? Time to praise the sun. Devil Scale Bracers have made it. Praise the sun. Oh. Beautiful. Oh, roll and lamplighter / roll D100. Perfect. Praise. Praise. We got it. That was very surprising. Now that we have this item, of course, you know what this means? I can buy the other one. I am very grateful that you passed that item to me. Very, very grateful. Because now I can buy the Heart of Sulamares. I have my artifact. Don't fuck this up, StreamTom. I want this item. Select. Oh, 1. 2. Look at this. Mantle of Sulamares physical and magical resistance artifact. Sneak attack bonus. Oh, baby. Look at those saves. 103 reflex. 79 fortitude. And a failable will save. Beautiful. But the important thing is I now have Devil's Blood, immune to curse, poison, and fear, and 31% absorption of fire and evil damage. And there's a lot of evil damage in these raids. I tell you what, there's a lot of evil damage in these raids. 81% double strike. Can I even fail traps? I can't. I literally cannot. It's, you know, one of my epic feats. I took Watchful Eye. Turns out this only works if I have the spot, and I don't have it, which is hilarious. I think I may be ransacked, but I can run again to double check. I think I could be ransacked. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I would like to try to use this item here. Yep. So I'm going to be changing it likely for epic reflexes, so I can't fail reflex saves on a 1, which makes me fully and completely immune to damage. My assassinate DC right now, whoop, let's get the buff up. I keep this buff up, measured foe. My assassinate DC is 112 on executioner strike or 102 on assassinate. Good enough. Assassinate's weird in that it says it hits the enemy's fortitude save, but you can assassinate all sorts of stuff. So, I was already working in Feywild and Sharn and stuff, so it should be just fine. It's not going to get any higher than this until I apply all of my filigree, of course, which we are working on. My gem. Let me augment menu, this item. My gem currently has a treachery set, which gives me +2 assassinate DCs. I have the Sucker Punch melee power and the Sucker Punch 1 against many melee power. Sorry, Sucker Punch and 1 against many, and I need the other melee power set. I need more filigrees to put into my items, and it's going to make me a lot more powerful as a character. I may also put in prowess, I think, to make my character get that extra bit of spice, but we'll see. The only thing that makes me scared about this character is that I don't really have the most physical resistance rating, but it's very hard for me to improve in that regard. This character also has a lot of scary raid gear to acquire. Most of it is fine, but this helmet, the Silver Dragon Scale helmet, is really annoying to come by. So we'll see. Pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna hit the washroom real quick while we wait. Oh no, we're going in now. Fine, we will go in, and then I will go to the washroom. And you might be like, why are we doing this again? Because more people need more items from some of these raids. Plus, it's fun to do the same thing over and over and over. Don't you guys play video games? We all like repeating the same things. You're going to see something cool with this character and this effect that we're going to have. I'm really looking forward to getting some stuff. I want to actually make sure I put on my appropriate buffs, like marshal him and myself for extra sneak attack dice, hit points, among other things, and strength. This character is at 166 physical right now, which again is kind of where we are at. I don't have any other areas to get physical resistance rating on this character. And then 180 melee power. If I actually have my sneaking bonus up, it goes up to 100 or 212, and I am missing about 30 from my filigrees still. So 240 around there. Absolutely, doing the same thing over and over and over. And now I have my Heart of Suleymanes. Look at all that extra health. I'm now at 1725. Anybody asking yourself, how do you improve your stats on this character? What can you do? The answer is, for the most part, get some raid gear and get some past lives. Past lives is where it's at. If you want to improve your stats even higher. My character doesn't really have a lot of past lives. Still works. That's kind of what I would recommend to you, is kind of just find but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of past lives in this character. I've mentioned this before. Some people get really stressed about their past lives. Doesn't really matter. I have a racial, I have a half-orc. I got a Morning Lord past life. Why do I have a Morning Lord past life? Anyway, I don't know. Oh, I have a fighter, a monk, a paladin, a ranger, and a wizard. And I have, I think, 2 ancient powers, 3 double strikes, 1 race. I don't even know if I need the double strike past life, but we'll see.
Barking a command, the horned devil sets his bodyguard.
Okay, I did not want to attack that. That guy jumped in front of me, though, which is great. Also, there's been, unfortunately, some changes made to some of the raids that have made problems. One of which is if you happen to be like me and you play a buff bard as one of your characters, you might think that there's the raid that contains Zizi, the Hound of Zoriat. That would be very, very easy to do as a buff bard because you can just keep all the stats really high. Well, it used to be very easy. Unfortunately, the dogs, after you charm them, are immune to your bardic aura, which is where all of your bardic stats come from, which is kind of neat. I don't think it's an easy solve for this one. It just makes the raid a little bit more challenging because you can't really buff them in the same ways that you normally used to. Also, I don't know if you can see that lag, but this lag is substantial. It is huge. This is huge lag. Back on. Here we go. Does augment summoning still affect the dogs? Yes, it does. And there's also more reasons than ever to take augment summoning and improved augment summoning. I wanted to look at my sneak attack dice. Brett, how many sneak attack? 33 d6s of sneak attack? That's a lot. I'm not even doing anything though, which is really funny. Look at that damage, dude. That's a lot of damage. I can't get any of my abilities to activate because of the lag that's going on right here, but it's actually kind of amazing. Also, you'll notice everyone else is getting cursed, but I'm not. My character is fully immune to curse, so I can't do anything. Didn't I need to? I did, but then the next raid started, so I kind of waited. I put my own needs aside for the benefit of the many. Also, I'm bad at planning. Hey, I missed. Well, the one. Classic. Yeah, so some surprisingly large amount of lag here. Kind of spooky. Oh, my phone is buzzing. Why is my phone buzzing? Could be good. But yeah, it's okay. You know, sometimes you just wait a little bit and then you go do it. So how are you guys doing today? Anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? Anyone doing anything exciting? Maybe you're having a make your own pizza night with yourself, or you know, you're planning on watching some movies. You know, we're getting close to that Christmas time. I know right now my roommate is watching Home Alone, which is exciting. It's a good movie. Ah, look at all these people having to deal with curses. Not me, though. No curses. I am curseless. I am ceaseless. I am endless? What other fun things are nice? It depends on also what the weather is like outside. It's warmed up just a little bit to melt the snow, but not warm enough to actually be warm. So the snow has since melted, all of the big pile that we got. So there's ice and snow everywhere, and it really felt like winter earlier in the week, on like Tuesday and Wednesday. And now, it definitely doesn't feel like winter anymore. It feels like a very uncomfortable fall. Hopefully it'll go back to winter, just because, and then it's at least consistent, which is important. True gamers, that's very true. Withhold. Just withhold. Here we go. Get them, team. Acetate. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Just give him the old tap. Give him the love tap right in the back. The thing about the sneak attack is it's like right in the kidneys too. You just get them in the kidneys if you sneak attack somebody. Look at that range. Very spooky. A cool thing about this raid is because it's very heavily, like, you know, you've got all the devils coming in. It's cool that you can just be stealth like me and I just ignore all of the ads when they come in. They run in, they're like, oh, people are fighting, there's a battle going on, what's happening? And I'm just like here, stealth in the corner. No one knows I'm even here. Also, my skills are not going off at all. Oh, my physical damage immunity went up. Yay! All I cared about. Oh. Oh, yeah, the thing died. Oh. My uncanny dodge is on cooldown already for 17 seconds, and it has yet to go on me, which is very bad. Oh, it just went up. I am alive. I am dodging. Oh, I just got uncanny dodge to go. Cool. That's sick. Uncanny dodge still up for 9 seconds. I think we're good. I think we're gonna make it out of this. I got 5 more seconds of uncanny dodge. Ooh, and the Orthon goes down. And we are good. We're in the clear. I just gotta cure myself, prevent myself from dying to disease. Unfortunately, you do not get disease immunity dealing with these guys. One round of Hound. Yeah, one round the Hound event with stealth. Yeah, that was a cool and fun event. I liked that event. In the car and on a call tonight with an absolute nightmare of a job. I'm sorry to hear that. Did I ransack this chest? I did not ransack this chest, but I also didn't pull any loot. We're all set. One of the cool things about raids is the raid gear. It's so exciting when you get it. You just like pull the raid gear and it's awesome. Quick bio. I'm gonna walk away from my keyboard right now, but I'm doing pretty good, Artie Cult. I'm very happy to be doing what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna grab another glass of water and I'm going to hit the washroom. I'll be back in a moment. In the meantime, please enjoy a wonderful advertisement, which is probably gonna be, I don't know, probably about like, what advertisements are they on? Probably a car commercial. Watch a car commercial. I'll be back. I have returned. Raid ad? Oh yeah, I apologize. If you do like watching advertisements, if you are an advertiser watching person, if you are subscribed to the channel, you just never see any ads when you watch the stream. No ads. Unless I am able to secure a sponsor, which again is something I am working on. If I do end up having something like that, then you'll have no way to escape the ads. I'm quite a salesman, and I feel like it can make you buy products that you probably don't need, but then you buy it anyway, because we're all susceptible to that. I buy products sometimes that I don't need. Do I buy products that I don't need? Yeah, probably. It's so easy to get swayed sometimes by like a convincing sales pitch, or especially if a friend recommends something to you. Then you go, you fried Farrier Worley? Oh no. Yeah, there's multiple ways to solve that problem. If you give up on the puzzle, there is a key you can get that will just open up the front door. You just have to fight an extra boss. But you can open that up without doing the puzzle. As well, the tiles that are trapped can be searched, so you can see the where the traps are to ensure that the solution doesn't end up going through one of the trapped tile puzzles. Whoa! Is that supposed to be rotating? Look at that scepter, dude. No, come back. Come back. No, I was looking. Whoa. That's so cool. You have nobody with any intelligence? That's how I feel every day. The orb rotates as well? Whoa, sick. Yeah, for this, we're doing the Hound of Zoriat raid next. The Hound of Zoriat is an exciting raid. Essentially, the goal is you are trying to kill a big dog, but you can't. However, the dog has progeny and offspring, and the progeny can be controlled, and they can damage the dog. Is that a skin? No, I believe that this is the Prince's Scepter, an item from the Feywild. I was looking at your scepter. Right there. How cool is that? Oh, these weapons? Yeah, I like them as well. So, these weapons in particular, these blades, these are the... Sure, just remember, the bard buffs don't affect the dogs. Well, just, I can still buff them because I have other things, just they changed it so it doesn't work as well. I'm going to bring the bard. But yeah, those blades are the Spectre, not the Spectre blades, not the Spectre deflector. They are the spectral daggers that you can pick up from Night Revels. However, they also have on top of them an additional Feywild cosmetic that you get from doing the saga. Previously, the weapon auras have been on other stuff. So previously, the weapon auras have been on like the for the Ravenloft weapon aura, the Sharn weapon aura. You had to buy the big $130 bundle to get it, and they are very cool. But this time, instead of putting it in the $130 bundle, they said no $130 bundle, and they just have it based on the saga, which is pretty cool. A druid and not a lot, not a lot of in between them. Yeah, I mean barbarians can be kind of smart. They find traps at least. They're good for that. Hey Nemi, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. Not the best. Not the worst. We're feeling okay. Oh, I'm in the wrong marketplace. I need to go to marketplace too, because there's two marketplaces. Yeah. No, the only thing that happened to me. So one, I did enjoy that that little prank I got you guys with at the end of the live stream with the cutting of the hair. I thought that was fun. Did I beat Rom? No. I don't know if Rom was easy or hard. I couldn't tell you. Or is that way too hard? A lot of it depends on the level of the raid. I would say that most raids are pretty straightforward and easy on normal difficulty, but it can be hard to do. Which sword am I using there? A cosmetic? This sword? No, my friend, this is not a cosmetic. This sword is Constellation. It is a sword that drops from a raid that everybody can do easily, too hot to handle. And by that I mean this is a very hard weapon to get. Pretty good, but yeah, it's hard to come by. The very, very not well run raid, and it is hard to do. Constellation. That's why we use it. Yeah, so I did not beat Rom. I couldn't tell how difficult Rom was, and also I just couldn't really make sense of the world around me, so that's why I had to turn off the live stream. It was not good. I'm gonna buff everybody. By the way, the way that you make your buffs faster is you tumble after each song. So you press the song, tumble, so it cancels, and then you can cast your other buff spells. Go. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. We're almost there. One more. All right. Everybody is fully buffed. So, the way that this works is we head around the outside. How did I not hit that? Anyway, we head around the outside, and we search for a Mind Flayer. We have 3 Mind Flayers. I'm going to head into the middle. So, get the Mind Flayer. Doriat Control Stone. I need to collect several of these. Once I have them, we're able to do what we need to do. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to need to cast these pretty repeatedly. So we walk over, we get 3 Doriat Control Stones. And I'm going to sprint ahead, go over towards this guy, because I want to be able to get the Control Stone as soon as possible. Smack, smack, smack. Grab the Doriat Stone. Now we head into the middle. There will be another one, but I want to get started on this as soon as I can. So we're going to quickly go over here to the dogs and then start charming them. It's important to note that the charm is affected by epic defensive fighting, which is really frustrating and stupid. So you have to be very close and put yourself in the line of fire, unfortunately. Once all these dogs are charmed together, then I can start with the buffing. That's when we individually buff each of the dogs and get going. On top of that, this is also when I'm going to apply the Bound Fate. There we go. So, there are a few things that I can physically do to this. One of them is Bound Fate, which increases the damage that the monster takes by 12%, so they can hit them slightly harder. Additionally, they can be enchanted by Bull's Strength, which I don't have, although it looks like somebody else did already put that on. And I can get them stuff with like Inspire Excellence, among other things, and Inspire Competence or Heroism. Basically, I can barely do anything to help them out or increase their damage. Oh, I believe I can also get them with Sharp Note. Yes, I can also get them with Sharp Note for an extra +3 to damage. So that is why we do that. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if all 3 can land or attack right now. That's pretty much it. We're going to hope that we make it through this, and that's why I'm going to sit here. I'm going to go run around and pick up another one of those control stones. Got another one. Perfect. I'm not going to be... One of the things you can do here in the different situations is you can recharm dogs. I'm not going to be recharming dogs. I'm only going to be doing once, so I'm going to be doing full rounds. One of the reasons why you want to do full rounds and not individually charm a dog is you can run into the problem where they will attack each other, which is very bad. You do not want that to happen. I believe you can... hey. There's an ad in the middle if somebody wants to kill it. Yeah, just a few seconds of charm left. And it's gonna get to just about 2/3. Could not intimidate it. The problem is once the dogs start taking damage from the other dogs, you're going to shift their aggro, and that's one of the reasons why you don't want to you don't want to just charm one individually. Cool. Now we're going to wait from the dog. And that's pretty much it. Now we just walk around until we get more control stones. I have one, but yeah. Oh, here we go. This is a good idea. Perfect. There we go. And essentially we just run around in a circle. Now, the monsters get progressively harder to deal with. Like there's a beholder that just spawned there. The monsters get more and more dangerous as time goes on. Beholders spawn individually, as well as Reapers because we're on Reaper mode. Additionally, as it gets later on, the beholders go from these mini beholders to large whole beholders to red name, essentially destroyer beholders that are very hard to deal with. Now, the reason why the beholders are hard, it's not particularly because this dungeon is hard. The monsters don't really kill you. They're not really that dangerous. The main issue is that they're dangerous to the puppies. We have to protect the dogs and prevent them from dying, because we need them to be damaging the final boss. So, you can't let the beholders get to the center, because they'll automatically dispel the charm effects off of the dogs. That is bad, and you don't want that to happen. So we're currently just kind of waiting for the charm effects to, or not the charm effects, but some of the bats to come back here. So we're just kind of chilling. And again, you want to keep somebody who's watching like the inside to make sure that these portals, the corners, spawn the monsters you want. These portals spawn the more dangerous monsters. You got to be really mindful about that. Ah, and it looks like we have a dead flare, so I'm going to go pick up Azoria Control Stone. Oh, who picked up the stone? I don't have it. Oh, you have all of them? Okay. Are you going to do the buffing then? Okay, sounds good. Alright, yeah, I'm coming in the middle. I have two. Oh, sure, yeah, give them to the cleric. Sounds good to me. Here you go. If this guy has the better buff, then you can go ahead and do it. Uh-oh. Oh, they made their save. That's an interesting problem.
Your poor friend. I hope
We have a lot of ads in the middle if somebody can handle it.
predict blood.
Yeah, the problem because now the dogs are attacking the ads.
Is showing signs of weakness.
Perfect. Dog will come back. Beautiful. My buffs should still be on the dogs, so we should be good. They now have augment summoning. I'm going to give them the sharp note, and I'm going to make sure that ZZ is constantly debuffed. And essentially, while I'm waiting for my Bound Fate to come off of cooldown, I am watching the middle to just intercept anything that might come into the center while everyone else is killing. That's kind of the goal. I'm just gonna go and watch. Give him another. Oh, I have an extra 30 seconds. I gotta watch my own sharp notes to know when the damage is coming in. Hey, this guy, what's up? I have a link for my Bard build. I haven't penned this to paper, actually, oddly enough. I think that there are some slightly better Bard builds than the one that I've made. For example, Mesmerida has a really strong one. So, thank you. This should hopefully go well. ZZ is now taking more damage, so it should go a little bit faster. Again, if you've never done this raid, you need to get these dogs to take down the final boss here, ZZ, and you need to get, because we can't actually damage it. If I hit it, it's 0. I can't actually deal damage to this monster. I don't think, because I do 0, yeah, I can't apply my main debuffs. I kind of have to just chill and wait. And the dogs are doing it. They're doing a good job, though, because they got a lot of damage coming out. Currently, we have a minute left on their debuff, so we're going to get it without having to charm them again. You get these Zoriat control stones by killing some Mind Flayers who control the puppies of ZZ, or the spawns. And so by controlling the puppies, we're able to get them to attack the big boss dog, and it's almost done. It's at 1/3 health is when we're done, so which is only a few thousand to go. Unfortunately, the dogs are unaffected by Crusade, which is sad, but they should be affected by Crusade. But they're not. But they should be. But they're not. Oh, and that's bad. There's beholders that are trying to come in. There's a protector, basically a guardian. We're literally seconds away from beating this, so. Oh, okay. Okay, we're good. And then once it says their wounds are grave, that's when ZZ suddenly becomes vulnerable to damage, and you can start hitting it. You don't have to use the dogs anymore, you just beat the boss to death. And everyone kind of comes in and pulls all the ads in the center, and then it's over. This is a very cool raid. It's a different take on a standard raid. Instead of having like a big boss that you fight, you have basically you're competing against aggressive, very dangerous ad waves. I do have to change my build description back to Bard. That's true. I was planning on only just doing it for this raid because I was asked to do it for this raid. And then going back to my Assassin. But we'll see. If I need to play Bard, I'll play Bard. But I haven't changed it. But yeah, oddly enough, I just don't have a link for this one. I haven't created a build for this character.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
I'm not sure I'm set on this being the way that I would do Buff Bard. Or if there might be a better way. So I'm kind of like on the fence. I got the scale mail, D99. Oh, Terminus. What a cool weapon. This shield, by the way, is very cool looking. It's large. It's not the best weapon in the game, but it's pretty damn cool. Also, it's got a good base damage rating, so it's not bad. Ooh, and the Celestial Oak, another cool item. Very good cosmetic, and it's got a Reaper bonus on it. Again, not the best item in the game, but to be fair, as a shield, quality con, magical sheltering, and also, yeah, quality con, magical sheltering, healer's bounty, and quality mana. It's a good item overall. Not the best, but it's pretty neat. Looks like no one rolled on my scale mail of the Celestial Avenger. This is an old armor piece. Not very good by today's standards because it doesn't fit into an item set. But it's kind of cool. Oh, we're doing Lord of Blades? Cool. I'm going to swap back to my rogue so I can deal with traps and stuff. Oh no, Lord of Blades. Never mind. You don't do trapping. I'm thinking of Master Artificer. Perfect. There we go. Did you would you want me to stay on my bard or go to the rogue? Okay. I think LOB. Yeah, I'll probably do this. Now my bard is the size of assassin rogue. Well, the thing about that idea is you might be like, geez, are you saying your disguise, you know, whatever. Wait, what am I clicked on? What is this? Why did that move? I'm just gonna play the bard again. Fort bard. There we go. Now we're just going to play as the bard. We'll do this for a little bit. But yeah, raiding is fun. It's one of the reasons why I like to have a lot of different characters who can do a lot of different stuff. It's cool to have very specialized characters doing things. Yeah, bards have good deception skills, I think. It's a class skill in 5th edition. That's kind of cool. I'm just scratching my head. And repeat the quest. I don't think I have any items I even need to get out of here. I have lots of blade runes because you get 2 per, which is kind of cool. The repulsor's boots. Insightful mighty skills, quality mighty skills. Alchemical swords. Oh yeah, you can just buy an alchemical weapon if you want it. Quori infused core, this is an artifact. Quori mind shield, 31% chaos absorption, con 22, insightful magical sheltering 29, and Eversight. True seeing and immune to blindness, that's kind of cool. Where's my DPS bard build? I don't have a DPS bard build. Or did you mean that melee build? Like the one that we designed on stream that was supposed to be like a melee bard barbarian hybrid with all this stuff? Yeah. I don't have it anywhere on stream. Again, it was made. I made it for somebody. I can send it to you directly, and I'm working on getting a place. I might be getting a website to host all that stuff, but we'll see. No commitments. I'm not. This is a big might. Not a. I am doing this right now. Please, confirm this for the future. Well, I'll send it to you directly here. Give me a second. This should be it. Oh, sorry, I was definitely paying attention. Hey, I play gaming. Best guild on Argo? I think so. I literally just sent it to you, so you should have it. Do epic levels grant cash levels? No, they do not. Your epic levels do not, unfortunately, grant cash levels. It's okay, just go. I'll do it.
A fine coat of dust covers a war party springs forward. The lead paladin roars. You cannot defeat us, for we are no longer warforged.
Everyone's gonna be fighting. I'm just buffing people. I turned off epic defensive fighting so I can get extra range on my spellcasts. That way I can continue to buff people. This. Buff people. Yeah, that's what the tumble casting is for. Oh, this buff bard buff didn't go through. Here we go. And we're good! Oh, okay, that's interesting. I did not know that. Ooh. Your epic destinies help you. Your epic destinies help you in that department. Yeah, exactly. So it kind of sucks. Yeah, for the catch levels. Anyway, so now I'm just gonna put on my epic defensive fighting. Oh, apparently I'm not fighting defensively. Hold on. I thought that went when I clicked it. Apparently it does not. There's a door we have to wait to get through, so I'm just gonna do that. Also, do you like the sliding that's going on here, where everyone's like, ch ch ch? It gets kind of screwy. Gets kind of screwy. Lagless raids. That'd be cool. I think that is definitely something that they need to work on. Something they need to improve.
Kenneth researchers must have installed this levitator to better access the lower ruins. Judging from its wear.
Okay, I'm still not able to turn on epic defensive fighting. You can do it, StrimTom. You can get it. Oh yeah, there we go.
Themselves are.
Anyway, and then we're all set. Alright, we're good.
Arrived at the base of the forge.
Whew, so now our character's all set, got my epic defensive fighting back on, everyone is buffed, we're already at the boss fight. How cool is that? Yeah, this character's going to perform a little bit different than the character that I was using before, my assassin. Instead of assassinating a lot of these monsters, I'm simply going to be moving around and attempting to hit them and freeze them. After they've been frozen and all of the ads are dead, I will then be moving with the melee group to drop down the wonderful power of Consecration on the ground to increase people's damage. Do you think Reaper raids would become more common without lag? Yes, absolutely. Lag is one of the hardest things to deal with. Whenever monsters spawn or despawn inside Dungeons & Dragons Online, it causes major problems. I would much rather see them, instead of, like, in a perfect world, because there's slightly less lags in 6-man encounters, it'd be kind of cool maybe if they had, like, raid-esque 6-mans instead of full raids, although I do like raids because you can bring more people. Unless you pull a whole raid group together. Just gonna do this. Missing so many stats though. Dire Charge 108. Ooh. Frozen Fury 91. This is what happens when you don't have like any charisma up. Oh, someone stepped in the acid. That's not good. Unfortunately, this is hard, so I should be able to freeze this stuff with my lower DCs. That's okay. I'm going to move over here, drop down the Consecration, swap to my other weapon, make sure that I get stacks up on them. Because I apply stacks of dust to the boss, and then once the stacks have been applied, that's when I want to swap weapon back to my buffing weapon, and then call it a day, and then go into Lord of Blades. I can't get that menu to go away, I apologize. I don't know why that was on screen for so long. So, and then we start hitting them. I can't tell if it's because our damage is low or what's going on, but there's something screwy going on with this situation right here. Oh, there's turning. This is a weird scenario. The monsters are like getting back up. Anyways, this is the character, and this is how it works. I'm also supposed to use my Fascinate to get some Sharp Note. Gives everybody an extra little bit of damage, so that way once this monster pops up, you can get some extra damage for free. I'm also going to use Weapon Swap, so that way my... Okay. Holy moly. I Weapon Swapped my Dust weapon on before I cast Consecrate. That way every single time Consecrate procs, there's a little bit of fire and holy damage to those in the area. It applies the Dust proc, which is pretty good. Also, when this guy is spinning, you want to get the heck away, because it is not cool when the Lord of Blades is spinning and he gets you. So we weapon swap, find out where the tank is going, then boom, drop down the puddle, and the puddle snapshots, so the puddle itself should be applying dust, which is pretty cool. I don't know if it does. We'll have to see. I hope that that's how that works. It might not actually work that way. The reason why it might not is because it's technically a damage over time effect in the way that it procs, so probably doesn't work with dust, but that's okay. We also have a warlock who's applying dust and ooze, so I don't actually need to do that on this character, and instead I can focus more on some of the single target damage, which is something that I do want to do. Perfect. And he jumps up. So then while he's up, I'm going to go and use my Fascinate. Again, it's going to make every ally in the area get an extra +3 damage per hit. Doesn't sound like a lot of damage, but if you consider how many people in this raid are actually doing melee damage, it's almost like adding, you know, an overall for the raid, like 21 deadly, which is not too bad. People equip items that give deadly. Every little bit counts. I was going to make Trump popping down the Bound Fate. And I need to fully upgrade this weapon as well. Then we just smash into the Lord of Blades. I don't know why sometimes he's very tanky and other times he's not. I'm not sure what actually causes that. Like right now I'm doing like half damage, and now all of a sudden I'm doing full damage. I don't know why that is. Dodge the dash that he does. Whoosh, right through the middle. Yeah, this character's pretty fun for the most part. Again, I don't do the most damage, but it makes everybody else feel really good about their damage on their character, which is important. Also, that was a really bad Bound Fate because he just phased, which I shouldn't have done. I applied my Bound Fate. It's one of the reasons why you need a lot of bard songs in a character like this, because you're going to be casting a lot of your songs, both from buffing everybody, but also from the Bound Fate. Also, somebody died. I think 2 people died that need new buffs. So I'm just going to quickly get them, the new buffs, as we deal with the ad phases. Done. And then died. Hit him here, so he gets the buff as well. And then I'm going to drop this. Here we go.
The mortal artificers obviously do not understand how
Avatar from The Flesh? I've never... Or from The Flash. I don't know why I said The Flesh. The Flesh. That would be a very different superhero. Could you imagine? Oh, man. Very different superhero.
The alterations your horrid creatures made
And now he's nice and big.
will take a few moments to undo. For this, you shall have to be punished.
Alright, there we go. Anyways, now we just beat down the Lord of Blades. There's also a bunch of ads and stuff around. I'm gonna go freeze one of them, because I believe I can freeze the Nightmare Vanguard. I can't, but people can insta-kill them, which is good enough.
His armor vanish as a blue glow.
Alright, so now we gotta beat the Lord of Blades a second time. I do believe he keeps the Bound Fate, which is pretty good. I'm gonna pull out the extra damage for everybody from the Fascinate. And then, of course, do some damage. Lots of people are not standing within the Consecrate. That's okay, though. It's only extra damage. It's free damage. I mentioned this before. Oh, I took 85 Prism. Shrimp Tom is helpless. Took 85 Prism. I'm good. Thank you, I'm good. But yeah. Essentially, Consecrate is basically free damage. If you have the ability to stand within the Consecrate, always do so. There's no reason not to. It's like when I'm playing my Captain, and I always see people who just absolutely and purely refuse to stand within the Captain flag for the free damage that it comes with. It's awesome. It's a great effect. Free damage is free. It doesn't cost anything, and I am already dead. I took 2 Horde Wiltings in a row. That was cool. Looks like because we're not really stressed about getting any ads, which is a bit of an issue. Usually you'd have like AoE or something taking him down, but 1 or 2. Anyway, the Lord of Blades is about to go down, and then now that he's dead, all we have to do is blow up these power bases, and I believe everything else. Oh, we have a lot of pillars.
in time.
Me being dead is important because my bard buffs do fall off. So if I actually identify anybody, you can see my bard buffs are still there, but they only have like a minute left, 30 seconds. And they're good, you know, +1 to DCs, plus to, you know, melee damage, range damage, or what have you. But we gotta be taking down these pillars. I'm dead. I can go somewhere.
The last pillars collapse. The planar portal snaps shut. There's one final wail of anguish.
Kinda neat. Lord of Blades. Only our Lord of Blades was as cool? What do you mean if only our Lord of Blades was as cool as that Savitar guy? I gotta look up this guy. Savitar. Images.
My will. Not Garrett, and not these creatures of nightmare. No one.
I will say that there's definitely some parallels you can draw between the Lord of Blades visuals and this Savitar character. Oh, resurrection? Yay! I got raised.
A curse upon this place. I see it now. It was nothing but a trap to
First appearance was in The Flash Volume 2 in 1995. That's kind of cool.
It is done.
And then the portrayal.
And
it's just some dude in armor, it looks like. Look at that.
Could not stop.
Like character
Now
creation,
all
Lord of
that is
Blades.
left is for you to claim your just
Oh, I see
reward.
what you're saying, yeah. Here we go. Right, I got a Topaz of Fire Resistance, not bad. Cool. Not gonna say no to that one. The modern TV show? Yeah. I was looking at the I was looking at the character here. It, like I said, it looks very much like the Lord of Blades. That's pretty cool. It definitely does look really like a cool character model and character design from the TV show. I haven't watched any of the TV show characters, like the TV show stuff. It makes me wonder. It makes me wonder, looking at some of these things about some of the character designs, like how close is, you know, I don't think anybody looked at that and was like, oh yeah, the Lord of Blades, and kind of put those things together. I'm curious as to where they came up with that design, though. Although, to be fair, it's, you know, it's not hard to see how that design can come up. It's just a cool guy in armor with this like awesome like claw on his hand. Kind of a similar concept.
I can't believe we did it!
Oh, apparently we're doing the Master Artificer. Why not? There he is, old Tovin. I'm going to save the Warforged, and I'm going to do it by killing all of them. Other inspiration from the comics, but they do add their own changes. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Like, you don't want the... Like, you want there to be the inspiration there, but you wouldn't want to have a situation where the, you know, the show is basically just an... Well, not just an extension, but I think it's okay for, like, artists and authors to have their own level of creative license with whatever they're doing. Like, that makes more sense to me. One of the reasons why I enjoy like Dungeons & Dragons Online, it's not specifically canon and airtight, as in, you know, it's not probably exactly as some of the Eberron content would be the way that, you know, Keith Baker would have envisioned it being. But, you know, it's writing. You know what I mean? Creative story. What's the story with Tovin? He is a rogue Kanath genius who basically believes that what's happened to the Warforged is a tragedy, and the fact that, you know, they were built for war and they have to deal with the morality of their own actions now being reintroduced and their freedom. And he thinks that it's really horrible, the fact that the Warforged have to be grappling with this moral problem. So he decides to grapple this moral problem himself. By stealing the souls and taking them out of all of the Warforged bodies, the Warforged will simply be instead monotonous robots and generic constructs, which is the idea. So he says, no, 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 I will eliminate all of their pain by eliminating all of them. So he has a machine that he has developed that can take the souls out of Warforged. It's a very similar idea to Soul Splitter, which is another chain as well. It's very, very similar, although it's different people who came up to the same conclusions. Soul Splitter is kind of neat, though, because the point behind Soul Splitter is not to make the constructs, you might be like, oh, well, it's basically the same as Soul Splitter because the constructs, you know, they don't have their own will. The big difference is with the Soul Splitter chain, the constructs are still able to fully understand commands, the Warforged. They just can't refuse or say anything about it. Versus here, where they have to then be re-enchanted. Also, thanks for the hydrate. Uchaha? I'm not familiar with Uchaha. Is that like Utah?
I am Tobin DeCannon. If you know me at all, then you will understand that I merely intend to help the Warforged, nothing more. Please leave my workshop now. Consequences.
This is like a reference that I don't get. Yeah, for the most part, I just hit these bosses, deal some damage. Bam, bam, bam. I don't crit very often, and I don't crit very hard. But it does feel satisfying when I fight the monsters. This character's a Fate Singer. Oh, you know what I don't have on my track anywhere at all that I really need to? Turn the Tide. This should be somewhere, because I use this to deal damage. Should be somewhere accessible. Yeah, we'll put that there. Oh, that's bad. Let's put that... I want this to be like a buff. Let's put that there.
About the choices you make. I am not a man to be trifled with.
But yeah, this character's been pretty fun so far. I don't know about rebuilding it. I'd like to, but the problem is, again, when you play characters that are like more reliant on others to do things, like I'm a buff bard, so my job is to assist other people. If other people aren't there to assist, then what do we do?
The Lord of Blades claims that the Warforged.
Oh well, there you go. That's a kind of, except the Warforged didn't do anything. See, you can see him talking about it. Oh, he says.
I must refuse. I can't give up just when the need for my work is greatest.
Oh, what does he say?
Leadership will come to its senses after I have.
Oh no, we actually have to fight all this stuff. So there we go. It's all dead. Soul Cleanse Warforged. Ugh. See how they're like just like zombies when they attack? Oh, the lag. Oh god. Oh god. I am lagging. God damn it. But yeah, Tobin basically is he's a bit off the deep end, you know what I'm saying?
It must open something important.
Let me see if I can find this. Tobin says how the Lord of Blades claimed that the Warforged was superior to us in every way. Would it shock you if I said I almost agree with that monster? We did give the Warforged superior bodies, but then we also gave them ability to doubt, to hate, to fear. And after doing that to them, we boasted that we had given them souls. However, I have discovered a way to fix the Warforged. Much as our magnificent creations do not eat or sleep, my soul cleansing device can alter them so that the Warforged will never again hate or fear or fail. The device merely erases certain inessential parts of their psyches. The Warforged need this. The world needs this. Surely you can see that. The monster. Yes, I will do that now. here and playing the raid isn't going to pick up more stuff. So listening to reading Tobin Bruce reminds me of certain political figures. Well, yeah, but that's the idea. Like, a lot of fiction takes parallels from all sorts of different stuff. It's very common for both, like, characters in these games and what have you, and then also real-life people to kind of cross over, because that's kind of the whole point. Real life is sometimes, or is a better inspiration for fiction sometimes. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I will say that definitely there's some aspects to it that you don't see, especially when they're running through and clearing out content. But for the most part, a lot of these raids are fairly interesting.
Device for cleansing the souls of the Warforged.
There we go. Here. I find picking up the details from the raids not too tough though. Oh. 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 Oh yeah, now I'm yawning. It's almost like I'm still mentally tired. I'm not awake yet. But yeah, by destroying Tovin's soul cleansing device, which is what you do when you go downstairs, which is what we did back there, it then gives an extra treasure chest at the end, which is pretty cool. Oh. Oh. Go. Uh-oh. This lag is so crazy. Look at this. Sometimes this happens. You know, the game just starts to lag and you're kind of stuck. You just gotta hope it goes away. If you're wondering why I'm not using any of my big abilities, so specifically I'm not down fading anything, one of the main reasons is because we're not really hitting any of the shrines along the way as we go here, and I will need some of these for some of the big bosses that are going to come up soon. Because we will have some hunters that we'll need to take down as a group. This also manages for like the other defensive abilities as well, so it makes it tough. Uh-oh. This lag is crazy, dude. Look at this. Oh my god. Why? Why lag? Roughly the same length. It should look roughly the same length. I didn't cut it. No, I can't make it to the raid. Oh god. Ugh. Must enter raid dungeon. But yeah, no, my hair should look roughly the same. Because I didn't cut it. So that would make a lot of sense. Legendary Master Artificer? It is. It is like Legendary Master Artificer.
Welcome to my personal testing facility. I'm afraid that we have no more time to debate my plans. Since you are so persistent, I will use you to test.
Now when we get to this guy, this is where we give him the old
take your measure first.
the old Bound Fate, and we start beating him to death.
That was fun. I look
I give
forward to working
him
with you.
dust, so he's taking extra damage from physical damage, and then I just wait for the melee to show up and do their job. Nope. looked up your stream was ended, but still on my comp, so it's just your face with scissors for to cut. That was the joke, actually. So the way that the stream ended is I had too much to drink and I needed to walk away from camera and not be on camera anymore. So what I decided to do is
Deploy the sentinels and the heavy golems.
I literally like I put the scissors to my head, and then with my other hand I reached off camera, and I was like, all right, here it comes, I'm gonna cut it. And I'm like 3, 2, 1, and what people didn't realize is I was cutting the live stream, and they got super duper bamboozled. As the live stream then cut out, and it was like, oh, he said cut it. Yo, he got us. It was a prank. I had to make sure everyone knew how pranked they got. That's the trick there. This should work. These. Oh, I can't hit him. I can debuff him though. Okay. Sorry, I'm like kind of doing something. Yeah, it was pretty good. I think I did a good job getting people excited about that. There we go. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Well, like I said, I couldn't really think last night. I couldn't really remember what was happening. It was a weird time. It was a really weird time. I think I was having a good time for the most part.
Flashing lights appears above Tobin. What could it mean?
For the most part, anyway.
Your muscles spasm.
All right.
Yours cannon crystals.
Yeah, me too. I don't really remember. I think that's my problem. That's what makes me nervous right now. Is I don't really remember. I like kind of remember details, but I have no idea. Yeah, me too. That's kind of how I knew I needed to take a break. You know, pump the brakes a little bit. I needed to make sure that I wasn't doing too much. Moving servers. Oh, I see. Yeah, I didn't read that stuff in Discord. I'm a bad Discord reader. Wilderness lore damage. Oh, that's some good damage.
Begins to weave a new
Love it. You've got to do something about these crystals. It's like, yeah, dude, I know. I know we have to do something about these crystals. And that's why I'm hitting them with Bound Fate. I have to check on something after these crystals go down. I'll need to do a quick jump up. I need to check if we're going to get a bit because we were organizing something together, and I haven't heard anything back. So that's why I'm like, oh.
blast you. Your stubbornness will ruin everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back in just a
To
second.
end this, prepare
Hopefully no
the
one will.
Titans.
about being AFK on a bard is that I'm technically kind of contributing, sort of. Because you can see all around the room that people are getting healed by me. Look at all these little heals that I'm doing, even though I'm not actually physically here. That's super cool.
I dare say that these Warforged Titans are my masterpieces. I put everything I know into these magnificent creations. If they...
I'm just gonna chill. Good. But yeah, that's why. But yeah, that's why I need to. I'm going to be doing a readjustment or a mild reassignment to how I think about my my time. So we're next Friday. It's not going to be a Drink Souls event. We're going to be not doing that at all, and we'll be looking at some alternatives following that. I feel it could be so much better with some more points around. Yeah, I know that feeling. When you're like, oh, I can make this improvement and that improvement, and there's so many different things. If only I had just a few more racial points. Again, I think racial points are awesome. I think they're super fun. But I definitely understand the feeling of, like, you know, thinking that you're almost kind of, like, reliant on having them to make your character work. Like, I definitely understand that feeling for sure. Can't I get my effect to go down? Oh, there it goes. There's a little fire tea leaf. Ooh. Oh, whoops. I'm supposed to go this way. This is like a long fight. I apologize if I'm like really spacey right now. That's literally how I feel. I'm like really out of it today. Been a fun experience so far. Purple needs a lot of love. Okay. Oh yeah, purple needs a lot of love. This character also doesn't really have any movement speed or attack speed, so I need to cast haste. I don't have like one of them augments. Although apparently I casted haste and my my spells aren't going up. There we go. So that no obligations. Yeah, man, I want to be entertaining. 18 points down from something Federic instead. Yeah, I feel you on that one. Yeah, the DCs at a Dragonborn, or if you're playing as a Tiefling, is also the same problem. Fuck. Oh fuck, stop it. Stop, video game. There you go. I'm gonna drop the Consecrate in the middle. Oh, I can like preemptively hit him with the Grim Fate. That's hilarious. I'm gonna overlap my Consecrate with Wrath Consecrate. Look at this guy getting wrecked. Take that, buddy. I'm gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch. Oh, the range we got going on him. And that guy's dead. Because you're missing something? It's just a slugfest. You know, it's just a long fight. That's all it is. There's just a lot of health on a lot of monsters and things you have to do. It's nothing bad. Like, there's no negative thoughts about the fact that it's long. It just happens to be a little long. That's all.
To protect House Cannith's reputation.
Sweet. And I got
Open
nothing.
it quick.
That's okay though. I got Artificer runes. We're all set. Chrono and the Ravenloft raids. Yeah, raids in DDO go all over the place. Sometimes they're really long, sometimes they're really short. For example, like the Hound of Zoriat raid is like one big fight, so it's not really that long, versus something like some of the other raids, which can be quite long. Bound Elemental Ring of Acid. Acid Lord Erosion. Attacks and offensive spells deal acid damage over time, and spell resistance 9. It's very, very cool, because it gives the Alchemical Earth Attunement, just works.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
Just spare us a G, please, and thank you. I'm sure they will. I mean, they like the idea of legendaryifying some of the later raids, or like some of the existing raids in the game, and I think that's kind of cool. You get to bring back content that people have already loved, and also people get to experience it if they never did. One of the hard things about building content that kind of just expires, like raids, is that they expire, you know? Anything that's like low effort, any quest that can be soloed, can be done at any point by any player in the future. Hello, Textures. What is going on, dude? Anyway, they can be explored by pretty much any time by any person. Let's just say 30 years from now, DDO is still going, and Ravenloft is a thing that people don't run anymore. Well, you can still go run Ravenloft if you want. You can do the adventure. It's pretty cool. But raids are limited because you need to have lots of different people. You need to have different people working on the raids. You need to have people with you at any given time. It's just there's so many extra things that you need to do, and it gets kind of annoying. So, how do you have like something, let's just say, for example, Hound of Zoriat, where you need to have somebody running the outside. You need to have somebody who's buffing the dogs. You need to have somebody who's tanking the big boss. You need to have so many different things. Similarly, something like Master Artificer, where you need to have like a trap guy, and you have to kill both the bosses at the same time. Then you need enough damage to kill Toven. Unless it gets super outscaled, people can't really experience it as it was because you need enough people. It's one of the reasons why it just kind of dies. Yeah, you might be able to get enough people to go do the raid on level, but it's going to be pretty hard. And this is not a problem that's exclusive to Dungeons & Dragons Online. This also affects like Lord of the Rings Online or World of Warcraft even. Like in World of Warcraft, if you said, hey guys, let's go do the raid of Firelands. Well, Firelands is like a level 85 raid. So most people have already done Firelands at some point, or they just have like no they've already done it, or if they haven't done it, you know, why would they want to go back and play a content or part of the content that when the level cap was 80, or was it 85? I think it was 85. You know, they don't want to go do back that late level 85 raid. They got to get there and do it. And they're going to just do it over level. They're going to solo it instead of actually running it. Whenever you design a raid, it has a shelf life. It's going to disappear. It's not going to be existing. But with DDO, that's the cool thing, is they can always just remake the raid and just throw it in and people will do it. This intelligence and disable device. That's kind of a cool prefix. Intelligence disable device, a technical effect. Yeah, it was a level 85 raid, exactly. But yeah, so like, it's raid content is always disposable content, unfortunately. It's some of the most memorable and some of the most interesting. Boundary pushing content where they try to make, every designer's trying to put as many things in there to make it big and epic and exciting. And you have this big ending, conclusion, and it solves a problem, or it tells a really interesting story, and the bosses are grand and giant, and you've got all these major forces, and it's really cool. But it's also the least experienced content in any video game because it requires a number of people, and when the content goes past it, you just don't do it or see it. Like, if you're playing World of Warcraft, you might go and do the content in Outlands and level up, but you're probably not going to go run Black Temple because you don't have enough people who are going to do it. In Dungeons & Dragons, you might have people who want to go do the Titan raid, but most people won't, although admittedly they do on hardcore, which is kind of an interesting thing. Organize for fun content? Absolutely. I think you should do that. I think it's great. They're from 40 to 10. But they don't do 10-man raids. They do 20-man raids. Like, the flexible versions of the raids can be done with a minimum of 10 people, but the real raid good difficulty mythic is 20. Doing it with 4 people? Oh yeah. They're not impossible raids either. Yeah, I don't know. Doing old raids is an interesting idea. Getting people to run old content is something weird in DDO. So, for those of you that missed it, a couple of weeks ago there was a question and answer thing that went on with the executive producer of the Lord of the Rings Online. And, oh wait, I can't do this. Oh, I don't, oh no. Uh-oh. No, I didn't. I wasn't really paying attention. I'll just get one. Yeah, I gotta buy a timer. Timer. I wasn't paying attention and I forgot. Like, what? There we go. It's not that many points. It's not a big deal. I don't really care. I feel like I was telling a story, but I don't remember anymore. Oh well, it couldn't be that important. But yeah, in Lord of the Rings Online, you might have missed it. There is, they did a question and answer period. And one of the things they talked about is they're going to be adding some new content to Lord of the Rings Online that's very level agnostic, because they want to get their players involved. Or, to put that in English-speaking terms, it's really hard to sell an expansion for level 130 when people aren't level 130. So you need to make content in there that everybody wants to play. Selling it with a level boost is one way to do it, but what if people don't want to take the level boost, then because they want to play it all, so then what do? How do you get people interested? So they want to make the level agnostic content. But they also talked about how they're going to be adding a zone for lower level players somewhere in the game. People have speculated about what that zone is going to be and what it's going to look like, but we don't really know. It's just kind of a wait and see sort of thing. But I find it very, very interesting. Because, yeah, it is kind of cool that they could be adding a lower level zone somewhere in the game. But it's like, man. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I gotta take my headset off for a sec. But yeah, they are potentially considering adding some lower level content, which is kind of cool. However, most games can't really do that. Like World of Warcraft can't really make an expansion or a content pack for players that are level 20, unless it's like a seasonal event they can do that. But for the most part, they really can't, which is one of the reasons why it's very, very difficult in that regard to cater to that type of player. But Dungeons and Dragons Online adds low level content all the time. Look at that, we just got Feywild, which is level 5. We got the other pack, we got Keep on the Borderlands, which is like a new starter zone that also counts. Like, there's so many good things that we can do in this game. That's pretty sweet. Flat value just getting outdated by not being desirable level or below. Yeah. The dice are with an M. Median XL. Median XL is the raid. I'll just type it in.
A terrible shrieks and snarls. A gigantic Tahara hound stands before him, massive scars rippling its hide.
Oh, he's at a range? Where did he go?
Unspeakable malice.
Oh no, I was trying to buff the paladin. The paladin just kind of disappeared. That's not good. I'll get him later at some point. But did my chat not make it into the window? That's weird. I thought I typed it in. I guess I didn't. Yeah, it's really fun. They did a full release last year in January. They had like a commercial and everything, or like a trailer, and the trailer looks hella good. If you really like Diablo, be aware, it is a reasonable departure away from the Diablo that you are likely familiar with. However, it just adds so many more things to it without kind of completely overwriting everything that made the original Diablo really fun. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. It has a lot of challenge to it. They have their own. They even have their own servers and stuff. So instead of using Battle.net, they have their own online servers for online play. It's one of the few mods you can actually do online play with, which is kind of cool. Because most mods are like, you know, you can't really. They don't have servers or whatever, right? I hate these stupid dogs, how they're attacking each other instead of attacking ZZ. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. No, I'm not in front of it. I'm not in front of this thing. Come on, buddy. There we go. A little bit. It's like ramping on my ears, man. Now he's gonna wait. Watching my sharp note go down. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I played a couple different classes. I played Barbarian. Next Path of Exile League, I might try a Summoner. I haven't played a Summoner before, but being like a Summoner seems kind of cool. It was pretty fun. Pretty neat idea. So hopefully we'll be able to make something work with it, but I don't know. It's like pretty far down the road. If only had like special power, summon power. One of the things I've always wanted to do, Bards unfortunately can't really affect these dogs anymore, but there's a couple of feats that you can get when Warlocks have the ability to add melee and range power to these dogs when you charm them. And on top of that, you can also get some stuff out of Primal Avatar, so like the natural shielding, or the oncoming storm, so your monsters have extra chances to do some stuff, which is kind of cool. Natural shielding, of course, doesn't add any more damage, but it's still pretty neat. No, I wasn't paying attention to Sharp Note and it fell off, which is my bad.
Quest completed.
Running Cat of Zoriat.
Cat of Zoriat, you're funny. Also, Warhawk just subscribed with Prime. Welcome back for 15 months. That's crazy, dude. It's like over a year. It's like a year and also a little bit more than that. Such a long time. I can't even believe how long of a time that is. But yeah, welcome back. I'm glad. I hope you're doing good. You're feeling good today. Having a fantastic Saturday. Enjoying your weekend, you know. It's a good weekend here. I hope all is well with you, man. Yeah, we got the Zoriat going. But yeah, Bards can increase the melee power, and then also you can just get Scion of, I believe it's Elysium, to get even more stats. I'm just gonna double check that, because I don't know. Come on, dog, get him down. So they've got him down before a third, so we should be good. We're gonna be able to get it. This is gonna happen. We're gonna get the dog in two pulls, but they're about to break, and I have to go get some more. Yeah, I'm coming to get it. I'm coming. And so the dogs are now going to break, and now we're just going to chill. It's enhancement trees. As we look at the thing, Warlock, and it is under Enlightened Spirit. And there it is. So tier 3, Fortify summons. Creatures, hirelings, and pets get 100% fortification, PRR, and MRR. Cool. Then Imbue summons. They get 30 melee ranged and universal spell power, and then Displace summons. So 30 melee ranged and universal spell power is pretty cool. What? Okay. 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 That's not too bad. Yeah, I don't know why. Do you guys see that purple aura that's coming out of me? I don't know what that's about. Couldn't tell you. There's like a purple aura that like comes out of the ground. I don't know why. I also don't have a good damage weapon here, so it's hard for me to like actually kill some of these monsters, which is annoying. Which is what you need. I also have to upgrade my weapon too, which is important. But yeah, so you get 30 melee power right there. And then, from your legendary feats, yeah, you can pick up all the augment summoning feats and what have you. Realistically, you can have like a hound summoning or a hound character. Yeah, Scion of Elysium, which gives summoned creatures 20 melee range power and universal spell power. It'd be kind of neat just to have a, you know, have a guy who's like a warlock hybrid type character who's specifically designed for doing Hound of Zoriat. That would be kind of neat. I don't think that's a good idea, but it's an idea. That's for sure. Go find me some mind flayers, get some more control dogs, and we should be good to go. Yeah, adding 50 melee power to your monsters seems pretty good, among other things. Where are the displacers? Or the stones? Weird. That's weird. Is there a bug? Only one mind flayer respawned. Oh, northwest. Let's go get him. Whack. Perfect. There we go. Yeah, we need an ad clear in the middle. Okay, cool. Now I can work on these dogs. Charm. And charm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to sharing some Diablo 2 goodness with you guys. Be fun. Fuck, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay. That dog was just going for a ride, I guess. Okay, cool. Here we go. The dogs are now going to be healing up from the Bard song. They're feeling pretty good. They got all the additional stats. I don't know if there's anything else I can do. I think they're immune to rage because they're immune to mind affecting abilities. So I can't rage them for extra damage, but I can haste them to make sure they're good. I gotta watch my sharp note. I got 28 seconds left, and I'm counting down the timer on the bound fate, which should be good. Other than that, I'm kind of just running interference when monsters come in. We should be good. This set of dogs is gonna take her down, so we just need to kind of guard the center, and we should be fine. Easy's going down. Look at him chunking into her. And that's why we have additional buffs like the sharp note from what you call it, from Spellsinger. That the extra damage sharp note. Ooh. Yeah, I really want to share that with you guys. I think that could be kind of fun. Looking at some old stuff. One of the reasons why I like, you know, doing a slightly different, you know, or like slightly different things every once in a while. I love streaming DDO, and I'm so happy I get to do it all the time. But I also love playing other games and hopefully showing some other people some cool stuff. So we'll be doing it. Even something like Bloodborne is really, it's enjoyable. I will say I've found that I enjoy watching people struggle through the Souls games. I wasn't sure exactly why people were, you know, were watching me. You know, because I'm like, oh, why would somebody care about watching my experience with this video game? But then as watching it a little bit and seeing other people get like frustrated or stuck on bosses, or in some cases, yeah, doing way, way worse than me. Beholder West side, Beholder West. But doing like significantly worse than I was doing. And then I'm like, hell yeah, dude, this is hilarious. Oh, we got Beholders all over. Alright, get her, get her, get her. Kick her ass. Kick her ass. Got him.
Collapses, her death rattle joined by her children. The remaining scourge of Zoriat fade into the shadows.
Oh yeah, I forgot the dogs respawn. Also, yeah, bad etiquette. Oh shit, I did it. I got it. I got them. Yeah, I totally was combat looting 100%.
Ooh, open it quick.
Yeah, look at that. Machination of Madness. B-Shot, Impulse, Natural Armor bonus, and its 30% charge rate. This weapon is crazy. So Wrathy, you need that, right? Done. But yeah, this is one of the highest damage single target rune arms in the game. It's 8 to 34 damage, except it fires 3 times, scales off of that stuff, and has a faster charge. It's sick. It's so good. It's the best single target damage rune arm in the game. Pretty good. I'm gonna go do killing time. I need a timer for killing time. I don't think I need any items from killing time. I could use, I think it's the bell comes from here. I'd love to get a copy of the bell. New Lucid Dreams technically passed it. The New Lucid Dreams. New Lucid Dreams DDO. There it is. Yeah, it's the force shot. Does a lot of damage. It's got no, that's not the new one. That's the old one. Hold on. Legendary Lucid Dreams. There we go. Got the 4-shot spell lore potency. The problem with the new Lucid Dreams, and this is the main issue with it, is that it doesn't, as of right now, it does less damage because you can't get the appropriate force spell power. Oh, like the on-hit nightmares? Like the Sovereign Nightmares effect? I mean, yeah, maybe, but it does less individual damage. I think that it will be the best rune arm to use once the new Wicker Witch comes out. It instead takes significant force damage. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be cool once Wicker Witch is released. We just need Wicker Witch. Yeah. It's really funny. Wicker Witch is a very cool weapon. I've wanted something like that for a long time. Because the thing is, you gotta think about it, right? Repeating crossbow is literally a weapon only used by artificers. I don't know why we haven't had a artificer-specific crossbow in such... Like, all the crossbows are like, oh, it comes with, like, cool range stats, or it's got Vorpal, or it's got whatever, which is fine. But if somebody is using a repeating crossbow, they also have a rune arm. I can't think of a single time where you would have a repeating crossbow character that doesn't use a rune arm. Because it's so signature with the artificer. So having them together is just so good. Wicker Witch is going to be awesome. Force spell power, force crit chance. Oh, force crit chance. But look at the shots from the bee, though. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. God damn. Oh ho ho. And buy timers? No, no, no. I'm acquiring timers in a special manner. So yeah, so we'll see. Wait, how is this still open? Is the trade window still open for you, or is it just me? Wait, how? Wait, what? It's still open? Can you trade from there? Oh no, it disappeared when you came out. That's the weirdest thing. What your next life should be? That's a good question. You could do firefighter. No, no, that's real life. Sorcerer. Sorcerer is pretty cool. Alchemist is pretty cool. Yeah, whenever that raid comes out, I want some Wicker Witch. There we go. See, that's how you do it. Quest. Yes. That's right. Beautiful. I'm gonna get a new water. I'll be back in just a minute. While I get a water, please enjoy an advertisement. Check out that car commercial or that first-person view of Cyberpunk 2077.
Quest completed.
Oh fuck, I'm late to the raid again. Ah shit. Okay, I'm back.
Quest completed.
Also, while I'm AFK from the raid, Mist just gifted 5 more subs! Dude, that's crazy. Wow. I wasn't even here.
completed.
I walked away. And I'm loading. I'm stuck on a loading screen. Dude, that's so kind of you. I hope you're doing good today, man. You know,
Quest completed.
it's a good day today. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream team. Pope on a stick. Sneak Dead.
Quest
Oijif.
completed.
Big Dracha. And I Play Gaming 2020. Hope you guys are all doing good. Hope everyone's feeling good. And I'm happy to be here. Hope everything is doing good. I'm just gonna quickly buff everybody. Get this sorted. But dude, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Sorry, I had to walk away. I needed to get like a water before I like desiccated, because that's what happens. I just would have wilted without any water within my body, and I needed to get that taken care of. But again, I appreciate the wonderful show of support towards me and that, and it's really, really kind. So I hope you're doing well, man.
You can use the jets to explore once we've secured the chronoscope.
I will read chat in just a sec. I just can't read chat while also doing this. That's not true. I definitely can.
Whoever did it must be a
And then Alchemist just HP seems to be lacking. 13k. Yeah. Alchemist can be hard to get your HP up. Oh no, it isn't. It's called use Epic Defensive Fighting. Epic Defensive Fighting you can use Epic Defensive Fighting as an Alchemist, which if you didn't know, it doesn't actually reduce the range of your shit. It's basically cheating. Also,
Quest completed.
Jibo has also dropped in and gifted 5 subs to the stream team. Wow, that's so nice. I am blown away. Like literally. I'm literally blown away. But that is super kind. Thank you so much. I hope you're doing good, man.
Quest completed.
I mean, I don't know what you need out of this raid, but if you need something out of this raid, and I get it, I'll let you roll on it. So thank you so much. That's super kind. Welcome to the stream team, Gumby Snacks, It's Okay, I'm Batman 39, Mavericks, Billabong Gaming, and Phantom to Ghost. And also Sodionaut just resubscribed with chillin' vibes.
Chillin' vibes.
Thanks, dude. I hope the vibes are pretty chill. I feel good. I feel good. That's so many people. That's so kind. In Lotra, can you decon a crafted item? You cannot decon a crafted item. I apologize for that. We've gone a few years, work and life. I used to play Druid. What do you recommend? Druid's fucking awesome right now. Assuming you're talking about melee hit the monster Druid, Wolf Druid and Bear Druid are both super cool. If you used to play a few years ago, if you liked Bear Druid, it's been completely reworked and reimagined, which is pretty neat. Also, I gotta hydrate, so there you go. Spellcaster. Also, Mist just gifted another 5 subs. Bro, I don't even have time to think. Especially not even participate in the raid. Because he's gifting out subs like that Christmas guy with the big beard. And he's got the outfit. God, what's his name? I don't know, it's confusing. But dude, thank you so much. That's super kind of you. Caster Druid is definitely still good. I just don't like it because I'm a contrarian. And also, Sodionaut with the bits. What is happening, you guys? This is crazy. That is super kind of you. Unbelievable. I'm like lost. Literally. Not physically. I'm here. I'm in the keyboard. If you don't know where I am, I'm like right here. But dude, thank you so much. Welcome to the stream team. WTF Iceman, LHG Painkiller, Swithin Kana, Jimam, and Khalid Abdel. Very kind of you. Saint Nick, that's the one. Have you ever thought about an Enlightened Spirit wish list? No, Enlightened Spirit, to me, I think Warlock is the best designed class in DDO for a lot of reasons that people will probably disagree with me on, but I think that's super cool. Yeah, Artie Cult, if you want to play, if you want to get more health, just turn on, because you get extra feats as an alchemist, just take feats like 2-weapon fighting or single weapon fighting if you take balance. Just take all the single weapon fighting feats and stuff, and take the epic ones. Take like epic, instead of like your level 26 and 28 feats, take like epic perfect 2-weapon fighting and perfect single weapon fighting and stuff, and then just turn on epic defensive. Your potion spells are unaffected by the range, which might sound stupid, but that's how it works. And then also, what else did I miss? You got bored and completely imagined Enlightened Spirit is more of a Hexblade? No, I like Enlightened Spirit. Enlightened Spirit's really awesome. Just do this. This is cool. Am I hungover? No. What gave you that impression? Just to make up for the hangover and also fund this on-stream haircut. Oh man, dude, I already got a haircut. I don't want to get a second friggin' haircut. But dude, thank you guys for the bits and for the subs and for the support. I hope you guys are all feeling good. Okay, 2-weapon fighting, single weapon fighting. Okay, so there's a feat, an epic feat called Epic Defensive Fighting. It reduces your spell range to 0, so everything is melee, but it gives you 5% extra health for each combat style feat you have. If you're an epic character, you'll have it in the list. Now, of course, obviously you don't have any of these feats, because why would you take melee feats when you're playing as an obvious spellcaster? Duh. And why would you want to reduce your spells to 0? Well, for whatever reason, the alchemist spells are unaffected by the range decrease of epic defensive fighting, which means you don't have to worry about the range decrease of epic defensive fighting. To do something on my phone. So essentially, instead of dealing with that, you just get the health for free. Well, not for free, you have to spend the feats. Yeah. Anyway, so that works. You don't have to stay in melee range, it just straight up doesn't affect it. It's like straight up a bug, but you know, whatever. Anyway, you get 25% extra health just for free from doing that, which would bring you up to like 1650, 1700. Yeah, exactly. Using the piece of fortune, you're just taking it easy. Yeah, dude. You gotta just relax, man. Anyway, I hope that helps. It helps you out. Most of you replace all the BS about buffing hirelings. Yeah, I do think that it could go somewhere else. It's kind of cool that it's somewhere in the game, but I agree with you. It doesn't really make sense in Enlightened Spirit.
My next steps will require test subjects.
I mentioned this before, but I think that the Hexblade should be its own class, because Hexblade is a Warlock spec in 5th edition, but in 3.5, Hexblade is its own class, and it's very interesting. I think we've talked about that before. Do you want me to stand outside with your phone? Yeah, let's do it. Also, Mist is just gifting subs, like he's the sub fairy. No, that the Tooth Fairy takes your teeth. What's the person that gives you something?
completed.
I don't know. I'm not good at coming up with metaphors, but I'm insanely appreciative, and I'm happy, very delighted for the support. So thank you so much, dude. But yeah, like Father Christmas, had to finish up the hype train. Oh yeah, the hype train. It's level 5. That's true. Everyone got a bunch of emotes. That is super kind of you, because we got so close. So yeah, he's the conductor of the hype train, basically. That being said, welcome to the stream team, HDMXZD790, Space Zipper, iLord Pudding, and Haste or Deck. Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are doing good. And Mist, again, thanks, buddy. I know you're probably going through some tough stuff right now, but yeah, I hope you're doing good. Just chilling. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna take off defensive fighting, and where's my heal scrolls? Where'd they go?
That was fun. I look forward to
Heal the paladin.
the future.
And we're good. How does this raid work? It's a great question. Yeah, kind of like Father Christmas. Oh, it's a big hit. There we go. God damn it. That's okay. I don't have the mana to sustain you forever, so hopefully inside DPS is good. So basically the way that this raid works, to answer that question, is that there's two parts to it. There's the inner section, the outer section. For causes ripping holes in time, where you have to do essentially old fights from old cool adventures and shit like that. Wait, how did I get knocked down? What a bunch of garbage. However, she's also trying to charge up like a big ritual, and if you let her charge it up, that causes like major problems because it blows up the space-time continuum or whatever, and you lose. So you have to have somebody who goes out and tanks the dragon. So, because the ritual, see how it says paused over here? That's paused while somebody is in melee range with this dragon, and she's like attacking instead of doing the ritual. So that's kind of what's going on here, is that we're just trying to prevent Forkaza from getting her shit active. I'm lagging, so I can't really do anything. There we go, we're good. So we're just trying to prevent Forkaza from doing the ritual. So you need to have somebody out here who is tanking the dragon, and then you need to have people who go through the time portals to repair the wound that Forkaza has torn by essentially just making it happen as normal, if that makes sense. So that's why we kind of split up. And then once everybody starts coming out, then we can do whatever. All of the shrines are contained within the side areas, so I don't get a shrine right here. I'm just going to be spamming heals and hopefully blocking properly. There we go. That's one of the reasons why you see me literally using heal scrolls, because it's an awesome way to get some extra stats or extra heals for very low cost. I don't know what that big aura thing is from. I have no idea. Had quite a nice turkey day? That's awesome, dude. I'm glad to hear that. Just get to relax and have a nice Thanksgiving. Nothing crazy coming up. Yeah, for sure. I understand that part of it, Enlightened Spirit. And one of the reasons why I just wanted to clarify my statement that I think that Warlock is the best class, or the best designed class. Oh, hold on. Okay. Oh. I'm like in the middle of doing something. Don't run out. Oh god. I like the boring part where the rest of the food. Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm healing. It's important. And it's hard. Kind of. Ooh, there we're good. Is the one I'm on? I was playing a lot on a while ago. Yeah. I'll play on this one. Oh wait, where do we go? It's over here? Oh man, I don't do this right enough.
You spot Korkaza landing to the northeast.
But yeah, so that should be pretty. But yeah, sorry. I think Warlock is one of the best designed class, and there's a couple different reasons. So reason number one, other than the fact that I'm clearly an unbalanced psychopath and I'm very biased, is that I think that Warlock gets so many different options for play. Right? You can play with all sorts of different ways to manage the character. You can be a melee. You can be a spellcaster. You can be a crowd control. You can be a tank. You can be a bow guy. You can do all sorts of different stuff. It works with pretty much all the races. It's cool. You can make a cool character by determining who actually your deity is, or not deity, but your patron, through a bit of roleplay if you want, which is kind of neat. It's good at pretty much every scale of the game. Low level and high level, it has lots of builds that work really well. And on top of that, as a spellcaster, it's pretty much one of the things you want to have as a spellcaster. Where every spellcaster in the game runs out of mana at some point and just kind of sucks. Warlock doesn't have that, and it gets to have that cool spellcaster feeling. So I think they do a great job at making Warlock feel good and easy to understand and play. That's one of the reasons why I think it's one of the best. It's one of the best designed classes, because one of the problems with pretty much all the regular spellcasters is they run into the same issue where they're like, oh man, you know, my Warlock just kind of sucks. Like or not Warlock, like your fighter just kind of sucks, or you can't build like a certain type of fighter, or you can't build a certain type of character. But when it comes to the Warlock, the options are really endless. Yeah, the Eldritch Blast. I think it's cool. I think they do a great job. That's one of the reasons why I like it a lot. They just, Warlock always feels good. It's always got a lot of good options going on with it. I love it. So I understand anybody who is just not as satisfied with Warlock in the gameplay style, but the fact that Warlock just kind of always works is awesome. That's something that you want to see. You want to see Warlock pretty much always working. You want to have your characters like have many scenarios in which they are powerful. Fuck me, what happened? Oh, I got crit for 1119. Damn you, Korkaza, damn you! Critically hit for 1119. I only have about 239 fortification, which sucks. Yeah, when Korkaza kind of spins back and forth, she gets you. But yeah, it's cool. I just like the fact that, like I said, you get a lot of different, Oh, I got an achievement on Twitch? What's this? Last month? Oh, I got friend requests? I have 5 friend requests on Twitch? You can have friends on Twitch? Dude, what is this? Oh man, I have like a lot of friend requests. What does that even mean? Later, Gumby Snacks. You have a good evening. What's the point? I guess it's a social media network. A bunch of these names I've never even seen before. Like people have literally never even, probably never even like watched the stream or typed anything in chat. I don't know. I find Twitch is like behind by like 50 years in terms of actual social media, like tools. Like the whisper system on Twitch is the worst. It's straight up one of the worst things ever. I don't know how any fucking idiot thinks it works at all. It's just a tiny little box that appears on the bottom of your screen when it should just be a menu. Could you imagine if it was just a menu, like you click it and you have a menu that says whispers and then it's like all the people that you whispered or something? But I personally have a separate program that keeps track of whispers because of how bad it is on Twitch. But it's like so crazy dumb.
Good to see you up and about.
Time and again, it was
Okay.
your thread.
This guy needs one.
Perhaps
Eldura.
that could change now that we are both here together in this special moment I have prepared for you.
Gypsy died.
Another tear in time appears.
I'm just gonna get
Shadowy and
buffs.
familiar flickers inside it. Frakazi casts her simulacrum into it and flies on.
Cool. There we go. Jump over here. Whee! Sprint boost. There's just a weird system. I really hate it. Stupid whisper system. I gotta stop getting hit. I don't even know what's hitting me. I'm so far away. I'm just whipping scrolls. Do I have a 1 in scroll mastery? I don't. I should get 1 in scroll mastery. Sure, I waste points in the tree. Get the extra extended bard songs from Raucous Refrain, but I could probably get like 1 in scroll mastery. If you're wondering what he's doing, he's basically cutting the dragon back and forth, which prevents it from actually like using its breath, and also allows him to dodge the dragon breath really easily if it does end up using it. And he just kind of rolls back and forth, which is pretty sweet. Kind of chill as he goes back and forth. So yes, this is the fun part. Scroll man. Yeah, I don't know what that aura is. I don't know. Oh, got another death. Whoop. Another death. Oh, the 360. Dude, he did the reverse snipe. What was that? I was straight behind the dragon. Oh, I was straight up behind this dragon, and it just gets me in the back. My gosh. What is this? So disappointing. Instant died. The dragon did its breath and got me at a 180. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Appreciate that. Get to enjoy this raid. It's pretty cool. It is a very cool raid. You just gotta get there. Anyway, everybody died. We're gonna come back though. They're just discussing plans as to how to have the comeback happen. Basically, the problem is, so inside the time portal is an area that is basically like, oh yeah, also Leilu's doing a great job of doing the healing, so I don't even need to be here. I can go to the area, but anyway. And that's what I'm gonna do. Is it weird or a debuff? I don't know. Anyone's items just do them. But there's it's hard to describe exactly what's going on, but there's basically, you have to kite these like dangerous shadows that deal AoE cold damage, and they're really hard to manage. You can only see the tanking part. Well, there's technically 2 tanking parts. You're supposed to have 2 tanks for this. Oh, Leilu, can you pick me up? I'm gonna come inside and help you guys just throw out some additional healing. Because I don't need to be here. Huh. You'll go see the actual cool part. Anyway, to do my whole bard song.
So, what's on for today? Creatures to slay, evil overlords to depose?
Yeah, but Thunder Peaks is a cool raid, and it's really easy to do as well. We did it on a hardcore league. We did it with like 4 people. Yeah, killing time is a very is a very long raid. So you have to dodge these things. You don't ever want to get aggro on them, so you're supposed to like not attack them, and instead you have everybody come up here. And that's it. Now it's my job to just throw out some additional healing, supplementary like, and some additional defenses. Propping up people, and that's why I'm using my bardic songs to do so. I'm also going to be using on the boss the Bound Fate. So the idea here is you have a whole bunch of these scary, spooky ghost ads. These ones deal cold damage when they touch you. You have to have somebody who kites them around the room. Usually it's somebody who has a lot of health or magic resistance rating or some of a fire resistance effect. I don't know. Anyway, once that happens, they kite them around in a circle. If these things break off, they have a crazy frontal AoE and they will kill everybody instantaneously. But we don't want that to happen. I'm running dust, so you can just hit them. And then we just smash. Well, this part is pretty easy. That's the reason I want to play one. Yeah. My character is using the little violin that you get from the Tiefling Scoundrel. So. This scares me. It seems extraordinarily complicated. It's not too bad, but I will say it is for sure complicated though. Yeah, so this part, which is where everyone died, it's hard to get the setup. You basically have to make sure no one is attacking those things when they're flying around. That's the hard part about this raid. As long as nobody's attacking those things, you're pretty good. Sometimes people do. They don't realize they're not supposed to, or they make a mistake or something. An AoE goes off. PC Bard of Tiefling Scoundrel. I mean, I like Tiefling Scoundrel. Yeah, if you want to make a crowd control bard, it doesn't really matter what kind of bard you make it. Do you like the idea of the raid item being from Feywild, a violin that anyone can get rather than being Tiefling Scoundrel only? It's right here. I'm a purple dragon knight. It's not from a raid. You get it when you make a Tiefling Scoundrel. It gives you an item you can transfer to your other characters. It's not Tiefling Scoundrel only. Literally anybody or any race can get it. Without having to own it? No. I mean, I guess kind of. For me personally, it's like, if you want to have the different song thing, play a Tiefling Scoundrel. They could, in theory, add different instruments. I think that they should add different instruments, but the fiddle is the Tiefling Scoundrel thing. So my thought is basically, okay, if you want the Tiefling Scoundrel, or if you want the fiddle, you have to play as one. If you don't want the fiddle, then you have to play as something else. And I don't know if I got Quoster. I didn't. So I hope they add in more instruments, but the fiddle should be Tiefling Scoundrel exclusive. Dispel? Yes, maybe? Yeah, I do. Here we go. Here we go. And instrument skins akin to what Lotro has? Yeah, it just wasn't something that was ever in the cards in the initial design of Dungeons & Dragons Online, so it would be expensive to add because they didn't have the tech for it. Like, Lord of the Rings Online came with a fully functioning music system. This game didn't, so they'd have to find a way to shove it in somewhere. add the didgeridoo. That'd be a cool fucking instrument, man. That sounds good to me. Let's do it. Does Seeker accuracy improve the hit chance? Improve hit chance? It's accuracy. Seeker does not improve hit chance. No. You want accuracy. Yeah, like I said, it would be really cool. And even though they are like, you know, the games are based off of similar design, and they definitely have similar goals, it's not something that you will likely see, just because of the complication of it. Which was the child they put through college. Yep. By the way, that's a bomb effect. You have to get out of the party when that happens. Script your own dances. Yeah, that's definitely never going to show up in this video game ever. 100% they will never let players script their own dances. Even if it could be physically possible, which would never work, because you'd have to have access to the models and everything else, which they're not going to give away. But they'll also just never do that. Yeah, I accept blame. Custom hirelings would be cool. I'd like to. That would be cool. Being able to like basically make adjustments or changes to your hirelings. They could probably add that in an expansion at some point. It's like a custom hireling.
So what's on for today? Creatures to slay, evil overlords.
Or like one that you could design yourself. It would have obvious limitations. Oh, where's the shield? Where's the shield? No, fuck! I got knocked down. No, no, let me get him. Oh, okay, got it.
I miss them.
Fuck. Oh. Build a bear hireling, yeah. But yeah, just being able to choose some of those things would be kind of cool. Can't imagine how they're implemented given the kinds of variety of bugs. Yeah. Yeah, they've said it's a very complicated thing. People have asked for like adjustments or changes to hirelings, but it just, that's definitely something that doesn't feel like. Use Lara Faye and enjoy Comet Fall. See, one of the things I do enjoy about the hirelings is they actually do have their own personalities programmed in. So if you're ever wondering, you're like, why is this hireling so aggressive? They're actually programmed like that, based on the flavor text. So you can read through the flavor text of some of the hirelings, and they'll give you information about the actual aggression level of the hireling in question, which is cool. Let me show you. So, for example, guilds and hirelings. Hirelings. Let's just go with healing hirelings. So, oh, Lana Dorit. Oh, it doesn't give you the description. No, that makes me sad. So the descriptions will be like really crazy.
What valiant spirits you all are when bound together. It almost makes me doubt my conclusions.
Just like healing people?
Doubts that ever
Oh,
unspoken
also every hireling also carries around a wand of Cure Light Wounds, which is really stupid.
almost. One
Yeah, you
race
can
chose
customize them a little bit,
particular
but some
form
hirelings will be
against
programmed
it.
automatically to be more aggressive or attack
It
more
may
often,
turn the tide.
more than other things.
I'm almost finished. Roars Sirion. Prakasa, whatever you've set in motion, we'll stop it. You're out of time. Such a disappointing student. Sighs Korkasa. If you truly
So, what was
understood
death
what's
like?
happening, you'd know I have all the time in the world.
Lily, were you going to heal or do you want me to do it? Yep, northeast. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go buff people for the fighting. Yeah, they don't use spells if you disable them. And by the way, if you've seen the Lord of Blades, it's the Lord of Blades fight. Is there an invisible wall here? No, there's not. That's interesting. I hate that. Also, thank you for the hydrate. But yeah, if you change the AI with them, if you didn't know, you can right click on the hireling menus and change the AI. If you disable stuff, it prevents them from using different abilities.
And
The
so
Warforged
fell
are
your brave
remarkable
adventuring
creations.
companion, far
If
too
I
soon.
I can
might,
detour out.
They will be highly resistant to the doom that will claim our world. Yet their method of repopulating is severely limited in most of the timelines.
I can't detour out. Whoops.
He's noticed you. Let's
Oh.
hear his words one more time.
The Lord of Blades turns his hateful gaze to you.
Ganon once chained
Oh, I got Grim
the
Faded.
entire Warforged race to their greed. But now we have found this, the very source of our creation.
Our healer outside died. Who's healing the tank? Now we're just kind of in this scenario where I'm running the dust, improve the damage of my party members. And his lag is ridiculously crazy. What the hell is happening? I don't know if I'm taking. I don't think I'm taking damage. Uh-oh. This is bad. This is bad. Uh-oh. Just like we Oh yeah, hirelings are still good. A lot of people get upset at hirelings. They function. They do what they're supposed to do. Right? It's just sometimes they don't always get it right. Sometimes they make a couple mistakes. Jump. Careful. Yeah, I use hirelings all the time. Like, I definitely experience some of the problems that people have, but as I said, I use hirelings all the time. And I encounter problems like everybody does, but I find that they're pretty small for the most part.
Voices. No. Stay out of my mind. My will is my own.
We're really close
As he clutches his
to
head,
beating this.
repeated exposure to the forge seems to have side effects.
Okay, get some concentrations up. Get some extra healing going down. There we go. This is how you do. Okay. Broadcast ritual is paused. We just gotta get this. Okay, concentrate down. Oh god. Hurts so bad. Like, I'm trying to make sure I'm in debuffing the lower blades. I gotta be really careful though, because I don't want to die. Fuck, he's jumping and moving. It's so annoying. We're like so close to beating this raid. Look! Oh my god! Okay, I did not expect that to happen. Holy crap. Okay, we can actually kill this, by the way. Stun, fix.
So many voices. No, I am no mere shell. I am no one servant.
Growls the Lord of Blades as he struggles with something only he can see.
We can do it. 70. We have 30%. We just gotta kill this guy. Raiden blades. Oh no, we're so close, dude. toxic bubbles. We literally almost have this raid beat.
Lord of Blade's mind was contesting with. He seems to have lost. A strange
Holy
creature
crap.
now perches.
Oh, I was disconnected from Twitch chat, apparently. That's why I didn't see that my Median XL didn't go through. I got disconnected apparently at some point. That's hilarious. Woo! So Korkaz's ritual is counting up, but it doesn't matter because Korkaz's ritual can't finish the raid, which is happening already. Oh god.
Control this body. Minions,
And
while I restore the forge's intent.
we basically just wait because we've already finished this section. This is just we're just killing time. Get it? Get it? We're killing time because the raid is called killing time. Do you get it? Do you get it? No? Yes?
He won't even make it to Doomsday. He'd never be able to control the creation
That's it.
forge. This was a mistake.
Fight's over,
Your
raid's over.
actions are more significant than I realized. Congratulations on saving
They just know what they're
Avalon from
doing, works
another
out that pretty fine the
glorious
way. Yeah,
mission.
exactly. You just kind of
Again.
treat them like,
The
you know, you just
simulator
introduce them
mutters
to the
an
game and they don't really know all the
begins
controls
to
yet.
fade.
Woo! We got it.
As the last time Rift stabilizes, the wards around the chronoscope flicker out. Okaza takes wing, positioning herself over the chronoscope. Sarion rises to meet her. The chamber is coming for you, sister. Any moment
Sweet.
now, they'll realize your wards are
And then
down.
once it's done, then you have
Surrender
the
and return
argument
to
that
the
goes on here.
Artemis.
This raid,
Your
I think, on
state
normal
will
can probably
find
be
a place for you.
two-manned,
Something productive.
but it's not like an
Okaza's
easy
soul
raid
stays.
even on normal.
How could I be so blind?
Raid monsters hit way harder than non-raid monsters, by the way. Like, raid monsters on normal, like, Feywild on normal, the monsters hit you for, like, 25 damage. These monsters still hit for hundreds of points of damage on normal. Because raids are designed to be, like, even, like, they're supposed to be challenging on normal.
The Dracolich's jaws part in what might be considered.
Look at all the dragons.
I'm going to find a way
Therion,
to save,
and plus others.
to save Arganessi. Both dragons begin to cast spells. The chronoscope reacts immediately with dramatic effect.
What
As
raids
the
have I
glare
soloed? I don't
fades,
solo
you see
raids.
Korkaza, her body absolutely still.
I like
suspended
doing
above the
group
chronoscope,
stuff. I play group content to play with my friends. I don't really solo stuff. Some people like to solo endgame raids and solo whatever. I personally have never been too interested in doing that. Don't know why. There's probably like a lot of different reasons. Probably comes down to things like your raid comp. Like we just did this on Reaper 1. The thing about raids is on Elite and Reaper, it's a 2-minute death timer. So if you die, you're out for 2 minutes. And if you stand in the wrong place, usually that means you die. A lot of these monsters have like instant kill attacks or just things that do so much damage they might as well be an instant kill attack. So it's all about familiarity. So if you know how to do a raid on normal, then you can reasonably do it well on hard. And if you know how to do a raid on hard, then you can reasonably do it on Elite, that sort of thing. But it's definitely a stepping stone. Schism Shard? Oh. Oh, Schism Shard. Oh ho 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 ho! Oh ho ho! You know the lag being a thing? Yeah, absolutely. Well, the raids are all doable. The raids are all doable. You can't beat me anyway. Just frustrating to die from lag. Oh, absolutely. That makes me want to take the computer and put it out the window. That's usually what happens there. I just like throw it through the wall. The concrete wall. Yep, I agree. Yes. Schism Shard. Thank you. Alright, we're all set. Alright. That was pretty fun. Thank you. For Alex, so good. Yeah, alchemists really do well in Slayer groups. They're the best. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna end the stream here. I gotta go sleep. So I'm gonna eat something and then sleep, because I'm not feeling the best today. But I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in today and for you know, the kind words and just people being good. It was it's awesome. Like I said, I'm really lucky and privileged to get the opportunity to do what I do on the regular, and I feel very fortunate that there's people who want to tune in and watch the stream. And hopefully you guys learn something and have a good time, because we're going to keep streaming again. We'll be streaming a little bit tomorrow morning. I'll set it up on the schedule, and also set up the schedule for next week as well. Probably only for like an hour and a half or so. I have a lot of things to do, but it technically does count as 7 days a week. And then we will be back to the stream on Monday. So thank you guys for watching. We had a fantastic time. If you really like what you saw, make sure you follow the channel and you know, ding that bell if you really want to get notified every single time directly to your phone the second that I start live streaming. If you enjoy the content enough, consider subscribing, as every subscriber helps support the stream, and also get access to some premium emotes and no advertisements when you watch the show. And most importantly, like I said, everybody take care of yourself. No one else is going to take an invested interest in your own physical and mental health other than you. So it's important that you do that whenever you get the opportunity, because you gotta treat yourself right. You know what I mean? So make sure you take some time, pay attention, listen to your body and your mind. And if you feel a certain way, you know, work at making yourself feel the best that you can. Also, brush your teeth. Don't forget. That's all I have for you guys. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening. And yeah, just enjoy yourself. It's Saturday. It's a holiday weekend in the States. And we will be back tomorrow. You guys are great. I appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. Thank you so much.